That's about as American as it gets, bro.
It's American.
Is this thing on?
Check 1 2 1 2.
It's fucking crazy.
They're invincible, indestructible, and he's living for like 10,000 years.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hunt for Greatness podcast.
And we're rolling.
All right.
And I just need to make sure this
Yeah,
is hard.
I've never. So I turkey hunted one time. Did you know Coach McCaskill?
Yeah.
Senior.
Yeah.
So
Short guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he's an awesome dude. He took me turkey hunting when we were down in South Carolina. My family had some land down there, and it's supposed to be like the #1 county in the state for turkeys.
We're at South Carolina.
It's like an hour inshore, like 2 hours east of Augusta, Georgia.
Ah.
Yeah, it's outside of Walterboro, South Carolina, for all you geography buffs that know where Walterboro, South Carolina is. It's in a town called Smokes, and I'm pretty sure I've shot a gun further than it would take to cross the county line.
What?
Smokes is or city, yeah, the township or whatever. It's a stoplight. That is it. There's a stoplight with a post office. That's it.
That's fucking awesome.
It's ridiculous.
You get this thing about like that. If you get it where you're, this whole thing will move like this, and you can kind of get it where you're comfortable and where it's
Mic
kind
check.
of.
Mic.
And
Mic check.
you'll if you want to wear these, you can. I'm gonna wear mine just because I can hear like if your
Can you hear
mic.
me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
You got me.
You might want. I get it like about like that. I get it about where you fondle it. There you go. That's perfect.
Right. Just where you can stick your tongue out and.
Yeah,
That's the
dude.
tip.
Get it about tongue length.
Got you.
That's it. That's all I had to tell you, and it was it.
Yeah, it's geolocated.
So you're going turkey hunting this year?
I hope to.
Dude.
Yeah, I got a buddy that's up there around where we're from that has he's killed a lot of turkeys, and he told me I'll put you on one this year.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I'm
Get your
excited.
old beard. Get
Yeah.
your old bearded Turk.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'd like to get the fan. Ideally, I'd like to get the fan mounted. Get like
Yeah, I hope I put a fan like up in here, so maybe right here.
That'd be a good
Move
spot.
the Scarface. Put the turkey fan.
You gotta put the Scarface somewhere.
Yeah, I guess I could put the turkey fan right here. Boom.
We don't want to put it too low for the youngin though.
Yeah, he'll
Every time
probably
the youngin comes by,
he'll pull the feathers out of that thing,
oh yeah,
dude.
kids can't keep them hands.
I'm gonna just YouTube it and mount it. Learn how to mount it myself.
It doesn't seem to be very hard.
Nah, dude. Pretty sure you
I
just
say
hot
that,
glue
yeah.
that son bitch.
Get some Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all you
You're
do.
liable to find mine with duct tape on it. That's something.
Dude, I hope we both get it. I've never shot a turkey.
I ain't either. I didn't even come close. I got shotgun shells. I bought, back when America didn't hate guns. The probably
We still
15
love 'em
years
over
ago.
here.
Yeah, oh yeah. Real
We love
Americans do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for. So you're gonna hunt around Sanford?
Yeah, between like Sanford and Vass.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard in that area, like near Vass.
It's like the Harnett County, Moore County line, that general area, there's a
Yeah.
lot of turkeys. There's actually a field that I drive by every day. I take my kid to school. And, I got my kid trained now to look out there and let me know.
Spot them
So I don't have
turkeys.
to, swerve off the road trying to scan the
Yeah.
field. He looks for me. But, yeah, we see turkeys out there quite regularly.
and like I always see them like on the tree lines,
Yep.
like on the edge of the fields, and that's kind
So
of
I'm making the drive from the house to here whenever I have to work. And then at the end of my work week, I go back. And last time I went, I was driving back, and it was about that sunset time. I got home probably 30 minutes after dark. And I think I counted over 40 deer and over 60 turkeys.
what?
It's only a 2.5 hour drive. But
Dude.
yeah, it's like Highway 13. I don't
Yeah.
know, I have checked speeding ticket I got.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trooper D or whatever your name was.
Appreciate it, State Troop.
Yeah.
Trooper
Keeping
Scooper.
us safe.
Keeping us
It was
safe.
Valentine's, bro. My wife didn't know that I was going to be home.
And you got a ticket.
Yeah, I was trying to get home in time because she leaves the house at like 2:15 to go pick the kid up from school.
Yeah.
I was trying to get home in time to surprise her, which I was successful.
It's because you were running
home.
90.
No, it was 79 and a 55.
55, yeah, they'll get you for that.
It's a 2-lane road, man. I
Got
just-
RH Pegram. Pegram? Is it Pegram?
Yep.
RH Pegram. I never knew. Some people say Pegram, Pegram.
Some
I always say
some people can't be
Pegram.
right.
Some people just aren't American. It's Pegram.
It's Pegram.
You idiots. RH
wish that
Pegram on the
I
Hunt
was-
for Greatness podcast. I just want to introduce
Yes,
you
sir.
so
Thank
everybody knows
Thank
who you are.
Yeah. I'm
Because
glad
we
you
just
asked me
been
to do
talking
this.
ever since you came in the door.
We've been talking nonstop.
Yeah.
Just now got it on camera.
So you got us ticket.
Yeah, I got speed. He's nice about it.
Yeah.
And I just wish he wouldn't have wrote me a ticket.
You don't remember Mike Vick?
Oh yeah. See,
Oh, yeah.
I grew up on the same street as Mike.
I figured you knew him.
Yeah, me, him, and Trey Williams.
He's state trooper. Trey Williams. I remember playing ball.
Yeah.
Trey Williams was a ball player.
Yes, sir. Yes,
he was
sir.
good.
Uh-huh.
Trey Such was a good little catcher too.
Yeah, I don't know about little, but he
Trey,
was good.
yeah, he was a big boy.
Shout out Such.
Trey Such,
Yeah.
what up? Trey Such, Mackey, Justin
Yeah,
Thomas,
going back in the day.
Justin Thomas. Trey Such was a hell of a ball player. You remember Jason Brown? He was-
Older than me.
Yeah, Brian Phillips, Jason
Yeah.
Brown. They all played on that. Did they win the championship? They did.
They won the championship, and I want to say, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 2001.
Yeah, because Spivey just posted the dog pile at the end the
Yeah,
other day.
That was
You remember
I was
Spivey,
at the
of
game.
course.
That was a memorable game. I remember.
Dude,
that.
that's awesome. Was that Mudcat Stadium?
Yep.
Yeah.
Taylor Phillips was a bat boy.
Old Taylor.
Old Tay. You know, he's doing good things.
Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
came down here and played the club on Market Street.
Did
And
he?
I went up there and
Okay.
hung out with him, and he was.
Man, I'm proud of him, man. I'm
Dude,
proud
he
of
ain't.
him.
He's not a. He's like. Okay, here's the crazy thing about Taylor. Like, he was a little shithead, dickhead back in the
Oh,
day, and now that he's actually like kind of blowing up,
Yeah.
he's a lot less of a
Yeah.
dickhead. Surprisingly.
Yeah, Taylor used to annoy the hell out of me.
Oh, dude, he was so annoying.
We were all that way though. We
Dude,
just didn't know it.
He was bro. He
Yeah,
was
he-
more annoying than anybody.
Taylor was extra.
Dude, he
Taylor
was so extra,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
So, hey, check it out. I brought some snacks.
Snacks. Snack
Good
time.
healthy snacks.
I think this is the first time anybody's brought snacks on the podcast,
Yeah,
dude.
I know it's the first time anybody's brought you some deer jerky,
Oh, dude, first time. He got deer jerky up in here, boys.
and I'm classy.
Good Lord, he's got a 15-pound bag of snacks up in here. Son.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is homemade.
Well, duh.
Homemade deer jerky, baby.
I brought some veggie
Nice.
straws. I actually opened them on the way here.
I'm gonna
'cause
eat
I
some of
wanted a
this.
snack.
If you ain't never had deer jerky, you ain't from the South, baby. Did you shoot this one?
Yeah, I shot that one wearing an orange long sleeve Columbia fishing shirt.
Are you serious?
Sitting in my deer stand wearing blue jeans. I think I might have had, I had Crocs on. I'd gone out there to put corn out. No kidding. I dropped my oldest at preschool, and I would ride out to the land for 2-3 hours, tool around out there, drop some corn out and stuff like that. Can you hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
The
There you go. I hear you real good
you
now.
hear me better now?
Mhm.
All right. So I'd drop corn out. Well, I had like an hour and 5 minutes to kill. Like, I always cut it close with everything, but I had an hour and 5 minutes. I said, shoot, I'll climb up in the deer stand. I had my Benelli Supernova with me.
Nice
I climb up in
gun.
the deer stand, and I'm dicking around on Facebook because that's what hunters do. And I hear a limb break, and I look to my left, and about 50 yards away, I see a doe. And I mean, I had a small window. If I'd had my rifle, I could have shot her. But
You had
then
your
another
shotgun.
doe, and then another. Yeah, I had my shotgun.
Bring it a little bit closer if you can.
Yeah,
Just
I
because
keep-
people might be getting real into this hunting shit.
This shit ain't safe for grandparents. Well, it could be. I don't know. I'm equal opportunity. So there's like 3 or 4 does all going the same direction. I'm like, shit, man, I just missed. I missed the opportunity. I don't get to deer hunt much. I mean, since I had kids, I like to think that I make them a priority. But I get to deer hunt whenever I really want to, a couple times a year. And I just like putting meat in the freezer. I'm not somebody out there shooting for bone, but.
Trying to fill that freezer up.
Oh, by the way, shout out the original Club Tails.
Club Tail Screwdrivers.
Yeah,
Sponsored, brought to you. This podcast is brought to you by Club Tail Screwdrivers.
They don't know it yet, but they're supporting it. Well, then I'm getting ready to shoot the last doe because at this point I'm ready.
You only had an hour and 15 minutes.
Not even hour and 5.
Hour and 5
Hour and
minutes.
5
You got to
minutes.
pop a cap.
And I was 50 minutes into that hour and 5. So I'm getting ready to shoot the last doe that's going through, and then I see antlers. And I said, oh, shit. Like, I wasn't expecting this. Well, he passes through pretty quick, and there's more deer coming. So I'm thinking maybe there'll be a bigger buck. I don't know. In total, it was 1 buck and 9 does.
What?
4 does went through, and then 5 more trailed him. Well, they come up and around. My truck was parked about 60 yards to my, if I'm sitting in the deer stand, the deer came out at my 9 o'clock, to my 10:30. The truck was parked. I also didn't want to shoot that way and shoot my damn truck.
Yeah.
Missed the deer and hit the truck. My wife think I tripped or something walking back. But right about the time I see the last doe, or it was like the third doe, it wasn't even the last doe, cross the little
Like the
lane, the window that I had to shoot in. I hear another limb break. So I turn another 45 degrees to my left, and these deer are coming right at me. So they had gone up and over, and then turned back and went this way, and then came this way. And she was coming dead at me at a slow trot. And I was like, well, shit, I'm not going to shoot her because he's following her.
Yeah, he's coming.
So I waited until he got closer. He was about 35 yards, and I raised a gun and I whistled at him, and he looked at me, and without stopping, he turned. And when he turned, I smoked him.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then,
see, I've heard of people making a noise to make them freeze up.
You just to get their attention.
Yeah.
If they're standing still or if they're walking, just whistle. Something that it's going to be something that they will hear in the woods, but it's not at the tone that they would normally hear.
Like not a bird.
Right. It's clearly not a bird. They stop, you shoot them, then you go cut them up.
Damn, that's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah. I've got some cool stories about deer. I haven't killed any big deer, any big bucks.
Yeah.
I've killed a lot of deer, and I've killed a lot of deer with a lot of different guns. Yeah, I've never killed one with a bow. That's something I want to do this year. I've got a crossbow.
That's cool.
I can't draw back a compound bow.
Yeah.
So I bought a crossbow, and I want to shoot one with my crossbow. It's like
Hell
cheating, though,
yeah,
man.
dude.
It's like it's got a little damn red dot on top of it.
Oh man, but it's still primal though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, damn, I can shoot one with a rifle at 600 yards.
Yeah.
There's no real challenge to that anymore.
Right. You got to be pretty close with the bow or the crossbow to kind of get in there.
I've heard some people say, 100 yards, 80 yards. Nah, I need them within 40.
What with a what?
With a damn crossbow. Yes,
what?
Sir. Dude, they shoot. Some of them
Holy
shoot 430,
shit.
440 feet per second.
But you got to probably aim those. You got to.
You're giving it a little bit of a lift.
Yeah, I wonder if will your sight kind of help you with that as far as like how much to lift that thing to allow for the drop.
It's just all about target. You shoot it in your backyard or shoot it out in the field or something, and then you figure out where you need to aim to.
Yeah, you're normally not target shooting 80, 100 yards.
No. The house that we have back home, it's 44 yards from my back door to the corner of my fence in my backyard.
Yeah,
and it's flat.
That's a good max.
Yeah,
as far as like how far you're gonna.
Let me tell you, buddy, I can drive tacks. That thing, I've put one bolt on top of another bolt.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in tight. I mean, tight group. Shoot a 3 or 5 shot group, and everything's inside of a softball.
Damn.
At 40 yards. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, hell
and
yeah.
And it's quick. It ain't like you're lobbing something in there. I think.
Yeah, dude, that's badass. That would suck to get hit with a crossbow, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like if you were just, dude, if you were just like walking somewhere and you just heard a, and then it's just like, yeah. I mean, because it would go in and out, right?
You would hear it about the same time that you felt it.
Yeah. Oh, you would hear it after though, right? Yeah. You would probably.
Well,
it would
technically, light travels faster than sound. Shout out Bob Pegram for teaching me that.
Hell yeah, dude. That's your daddy.
Yeah. I know. Like, I think that's a useful fact, but I know a lot of useless stuff.
Useless stuff is perfect for a podcast. Just so you know, dude.
All right.
This is where all your useless knowledge.
We'll end up down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, dude. I'm following you, dude.
But because light travels faster than sound, that means that it's actually the object is going to move faster. So. Yeah, they hear that click, but by the time, like when I shoot at my backyard, I can hear the thud when it hits the target.
Yeah.
And it's almost, I mean, if you had I think it's a micronomer maybe?
Yeah.
That does sound, you would be able to look at a chart and see the difference. But to the naked ear.
To the naked ear.
To the clothed ear. To my ear.
That's got to be it. Naked ear, dude. It's got to be.
Because the naked eye.
Yeah, it's got to be the naked ear.
If not, we just invented that shit. On the Hunt for Greatness podcast.
The naked ear. Remember where you
Brought
heard
to you
it
by
first.
Club Tales.
It's probably a scientific term. We just don't know it.
You guys are idiots.
So you would probably get hit by the arrow and then pretty much hear it, like you said.
Yeah, I think so.
You'd hear boom, and you'd already be like.
I mean, you will see what they call it jumping the string. You'll see deer, they kind of flinch down. But dude, they gotta be paranoid waiting for it.
Have you heard Rogan and them talk about the axis deer in Hawaii?
No, but I heard that he's all about hunting. I hadn't gotten into any of this stuff. I would love for him to interview or bring in you know what? He did do one with Ted Nugent. But I have not watched it yet. I'm gonna watch it. I watch his podcast because I got 2 kids at home running around. I can't really focus on stuff. And he gets deep enough. You got to listen.
Oh, you got to listen.
If you don't listen, you get lost.
Especially if he's got like a scientist or somebody on there.
Or he had Alex Jones.
Oh, that was the best
that
one.
Was intense.
Dude, that was one of the best things I've ever heard in my life, dude. Just because Alex Jones,
he's a little too intense for me.
He's intense, but there's a lot of truth to the stuff that he says, though, which is scary. Because he talks about
it's very.
Dude, he talks about crazy animal human hybrids and interdimensional child molesters and all kinds of crazy shit, dude. It's just.
Do we have commercial breaks?
Yeah, dude. We'll go right now.
Yeah. So this is the Bang energy drink with super creatine, BCAA, aminos, ultra CoQ10, 0 carbs, 0 fiber for anybody that's keto and gives a shit about their life. The serving size is 1 can, which I'm always a fan of. Why would you give me a can? You don't expect me to drink the whole thing.
Yeah, we're drinking the whole thing.
If I buy a Bud Light 40, I'm drinking the whole.
I wonder what the serving size says on that 40.
Yes.
One. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Serving size. Yes. 40
but this
ounces.
Bang is pina colada, and I'm a fan of coconut. I like coconut flavor.
Yeah.
And this pina colada, dude, it tastes like it should have alcohol in it.
Really?
It doesn't.
Really?
But it should. Yeah, it's just straight up energy. Have you ever had a Bang?
They're cheap. They're like 99 cents, right?
Well, they've gone up since they got
Those
popular.
assholes.
They damn near doubled. I know, capitalism.
Assholes.
We need socialism where I can pay everybody's fucking bills.
Oh, dude, that shit's crazy, dude. Dude, I was listening to Andrew Yang. You ever heard him?
Oh, that new, yeah.
The guy that wants to do universal, what's it called? Universal.
It's universal. He wants everything universal, though.
He's an idiot.
I heard the other day somebody was talking about how the Democrats.
Universal basic income.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
The Democrats are basically trying to one-up each other on the dumbness of the shit they come up with.
Who can be the most progressive?
And this is my stance, strictly my stance. My sponsors don't have any say in this. Which I don't have any sponsors, so it's a good thing.
Except for Clubtail Screwdriver.
Yeah, Clubtail Screwdriver, 10% alcohol.
Our opinions do not in any way reflect Clubtails. Just so make that clear.
It's a cocktail in a can.
Cocktail in a can says it right there on it.
Yeah, I love this thing. My buddies Mark and Garl turned me on to these.
Really? Is that their names?
Yeah,
Mark and Garl.
Right. It sounds like it would make a good, funny movie.
Hell yeah, dude!
They're good dudes.
Sounds like Bill and Ted, but Mark and Garl.
Mark and Garl. I could see it being Bill and Ted, but animated.
Yeah, dude. And all they do is smoke DMT the whole time, and they just trip the fuck out. Mark and Garl smoke DMT.
Shout out Garl, about to have his first kid.
Garl.
Yeah.
Is that his real name?
Yeah, man.
GARL.
So I asked him one day. I thought it was short for Garland.
Yeah, I mean that's what I would think.
But it's not. It's a family name. And sorry, Garl, I was drinking. I don't remember which side of the family. I think he said mother's side. It's like his mother's father's name.
So his mother's father's mother.
No.
Garl's listening to this. This is what happened, RH.
Okay, send it.
Garl's. Okay, your friend Garl's mother's father's name was Garl.
Mother's father, yeah.
His mother's father's name was Garl. So the OG Garl, which is your Garl's granddaddy.
Yes.
Okay, so
maternal grandfather.
Garl's maternal grandfather's mother was trying to name him Carl and accidentally put an extra little line on there.
She sneezed when she was
She
finishing.
sneezed. That's what happened.
Yeah.
She sneezed and actually put a little line on there. And then they were like, Garl.
She draws her C's upside down, so she went like this, and she sneezed, and it went down. And
down to a G.
She said, well, it can't be a Q, because there's a straight line. It can't be a Q.
Because it needs a U.
Because it needs a U. So she just brought it on around. No, hey, Garl's a good dude.
Garl. How can you not be a good dude with a name like Garl?
You have to be.
You have
to be, or you have to be. He's a little bit of an asshole, too.
It's like Garth and Carl combined. Garl. I like that.
Garth and Carl. I haven't thought of that.
You almost have to be either a country singer or a bull rider to have that name, dude. Or was he in the military?
He was.
Yeah, probably badass.
I don't want to make his head explode.
I mean, but his name's Garl, so you got to be gritty to have a name.
You got to be tough. It's like a boy named Sue.
Dude, exactly. Well, kind of, but Garl is kind of like manly though. Yeah. Garl is like a manly. Like,
I bet he smells like oak shavings.
Like oat and salt and vinegar potato chips.
And Bush Light.
And Bush Light, or no, Keystone Light. He probably smells like Keystone.
Hey, so explain this to me since we started talking about beer. Why is PBR more expensive than like Miller Lite?
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know any of this shit.
One of the guys that I've met since I started coming down here, we started fishing together. And he was drinking PBR one day. The first day I ever met him. And he offered me a couple of them. And I had a few while we were sitting there on the dock. Excuse me. And he was like, yeah, man, PBR is all I drink. I love it. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's not a bad beer and it's really cheap. And you look like you drink a lot of them. So, well, he's actually is a slim, probably 6'3", 6'4" dude.
Yeah, big guy.
He grew up in Fuquay, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then turned real hippie and tried to move out to Oregon and never made it. He ended up in Montana for a while and then came back.
Wow.
Now he's living in Sneads Ferry.
You're talking about Garl.
No, see, I shifted gears on you.
You did, because I'm still thinking about Garl over here. Dude, Garl is like dude, I wonder if Garl snarls, dude.
Yes.
Does he snarl?
He snarled at, shout out LaShonda at the Hardee's in wherever that shithole was.
Garl snarled at LaShonda at the Hardee's, bro.
So she had an attitude. First off, we pull up and Garl was driving because we were carpooling from up there at Bragg down here. We had one day we had to go into the office or something. And he's like, man, I'm hungry. He pulled into the only restaurant in the area. And it's right there if you're coming from like Fayetteville and you're on, it's after 295, you get on 13 and then you hit a roundabout that has to bring you to 40.
Right.
So it was that. And I hope that this goes to the Hardee's leadership because she was terrible, bro.
Oh, come on, LaShonda.
It's raining. Yeah. Oh,
LaShonda.
Yeah, she had a real bad attitude.
She didn't know his name was Garl. That's the problem.
Not.
That's the problem, dude.
It would straighten her ass out.
Yeah, if she knew his name was Garl, she knew he could snarl. For sure.
He did. He
snarled at her.
Well, she gave him an attitude through the little speaker, and it was raining.
Hell
so
no,
now
dude.
Garl's got an attitude because she gave him one, and it's raining. And mind you, Garl drives a Prius. That's his commuter vehicle. He's got a badass pickup truck.
I knew that was coming.
But he drives a Prius because you get like 8,000 miles to the gallon.
Absolutely.
And so Garl's kind of getting smart with her back, and she's definitely being the aggressor. And we pull up the window. We ordered the exact same, like number 5. Both of us got the same Dr. Pepper. I was like, it's clearly not smart for me to try to get creative with this order.
Let's keep it simple, LaShonda.
Well, she said this one's his. So we ordered the exact same thing, but she's reaching out the window telling Garl that this food is not for him. Don't touch it. That's essentially what because she said this one. She spit in
his food, didn't she?
I'm pretty sure.
That's why she wanted him to have that exact bag.
So she gave me the one, and then she said yours is going to be a minute if you don't mind pulling up. So she probably had to hawk the loogie up or something.
Oh, dude, yeah. And then she probably let it sit there for a while, get cold a little bit.
He said it was cold. That's the funny part.
It was ready when you pulled up, and she was like, "Pull up. We're gonna let yours cool off."
You wanted extra sauce.
Yeah, you said you wanted special sauce, and you wanted us to let it cool off a little bit, didn't you, Garl?
So we pull up, and she comes out, and he rolls down the window, and she just does this, and with the bag of food. And he's like, he said, "I hope you have a better day," and he said it just like that. And she just kind of mumbled some shit under her breath as she walked away. And then Garl rolled the windows back down of the Prius that I'm a big dude.
Yeah.
Garl's not much smaller than me.
Yeah.
He rolls down the window. He's like, if you got something to say, you can say it to my face. And she's
shit.
And I'm thinking, sweet Jesus, I'm going to get killed in a Prius. Right?
At a Hardee's.
Damn, I wish I could remember the town because it's a shithole. I gave you directions to it.
It probably doesn't have a name, dude.
Yeah.
It's probably one of them in-betweeners.
Oh, I tell you, it's near because right down the street from where I got pulled over and got that speeding ticket. Sampson County. It's in Sampson County.
Like where Clinton's at and shit.
Yeah,
that's like Clinton's in Sampson County.
But
so he snarled at LaShonda.
Yeah, Garl snarled.
Garl snarled. That's a fantastic story, dude. That's like some shit Dr. Seuss couldn't even dream up right there, dude.
That was a funny.
Garl.
And he tried to call corporate, and the number wouldn't go through.
Oh, he won't play.
Yeah, Garl went 0 to 10 real fast.
0 to snarl real quick.
Yeah, he went from harmless to snarling. And
what's crazy is the lady is giving you attitude. This blows my mind, right? They'll give you attitude in the drive-thru, knowing they're about to come face to face with you in like 3 seconds. To me, that makes no sense.
It's like keyboard warriors.
Yeah, but you're about to come face to face.
She's feeling extra strong because she's standing, through that microphone.
Is she though? Because she knows she's about to see you.
Maybe she didn't.
I feel like she was like for real.
She works at Hardee's. She may not have the mental capacity to think that far in advance.
Dude, she might be smart as fuck.
It wasn't smart that day.
Dude, she was having an off day, dude.
She almost got hit with a damn thick burger.
Dude, he was pissed.
And then he bites into his food and he's like, "This shit's cold."
Oh, she let it sit there, Garl. She let it sit there.
Oh yeah, she was. She was a little.
Yeah, I've had so many, dude. I've had so many bad experiences with fast food that like I literally avoid it. Like I try to avoid. Well, for one, it's terrible for you, but for two, it's like I've had so many bad experiences, like messing up my order or fucking giving me.
You just gotta trust God and go to Chick-Fil-A.
Dude, okay. Well, funny you say that, because last like 3 or 4 podcasts ago, I was off work late trying to get something to eat. I go to Chick-Fil-A, I get a 30-piece or a 20-piece, whatever the big nugget meal is. And I'm like, put extra sauce in the bag, please. They hand me the bag, it's heavy as hell. I'm like, sweet, throw it on the seat, start drinking. I got one of them frozen lemonade joints.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they're banging. So I start drinking my lemonade. I'm like, hell yeah, this is banging. I get all the way home, I open the bag, there's no nuggets, and it's full of sauce. There's no nuggets. Yeah. No. So I went, dude, I was hungry as hell. My kid was hungry. I mean, everybody was hungry. So I'm like, all right, I got to go back.
It's like fighting words.
Yeah, dude, I got all the way here. And so I went back and I'm like, I get to the drive-thru line. I'm like, look, I know this is Chick-fil-A and I'm not trying to cause a problem. I was like, but just know, I went all the way home and opened my bag up and there's no nuggets in there.
Did they offer you ownership in the store?
What do you mean?
Because Chick-fil-A, like, they screw up.
Oh, offer me ownership in the store.
They
dude,
go above and beyond.
Look, bro. No, dude. This is why I'm telling you the story.
Oh God, no.
Dude, they did not want to make it right with me, dude. And I said on the thing, I'm like, look, you're gonna have to give me something for free to make this right. I literally said that to them.
Probably at that point they're probably thinking you're bullshit,
dude. Yeah, I'm like, hey, look, I just drove all the way home, 30 minutes, there and back. I'm like, my people are hungry. I'm like, you're going to have to compensate me in some way. I was like, I want my nuggets and I want something else. I was like, I'm not here to kick around the bush. I was like, and I'm not trying to be rude. I pull up I get to the window and I'm like, here's the receipt. And I hand him the receipt. And I'm like, I got home, my bag was full of sauce, no nuggets. Did you
have the sauce to show it to him? Did you?
Yeah, I had everything, dude. I'm like, I handed him the bag. Actually,
that sounds outrageous.
It does, dude. Exactly. That's why I don't even check my bag when I leave Chick-fil-A. I'm like, we got it.
My wife asked me one day. She's like, "Are you going to check it?" Because she's had bad experiences at McDonald's and Taco Bell.
Right.
She loves Taco Bell. We'll fuck with Taco Bell.
Yeah, us too.
But she looked at me. She said, "Are you going to check it?" I said, "No." I said, "Jesus loves me."
It's Chick-fil-A. Yeah, dude. I'm not going to hell.
Covered.
Satan does not work here.
No.
So I get back up there.
LaShonda does not work here.
Yo, I get up there and I hand them the bag. They hand me the nuggets and basically tell me to be on my way. And I'm like, put the shit in park. And I'm like, look, I just drove all the way home here and back. And it's like 8 o'clock at night. I had a long ass day. I just wanted to eat some food. I'm like, you got to compensate me in some way. And I'm like ready to let it go at this point. I'm like, dude, like I shouldn't have to say anything. You know what I'm saying? You should just throw me some. They just basically threw me like 5 free breakfast sandwiches and was like, and I'm like, cool, whatever. Anything works at this point. Like, let's just make it right because I love Chick-fil-A. All right, so I'm like, I'm gonna let this go. I had let it go, dude. I get home, and that's like one of the only fast food places I eat, Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I trust them.
All right, so, and they got grilled nuggets. So if I'm like trying not to eat bread and shit, I can get the grilled nuggets, and they're good.
Yeah.
I go again the next week. You don't believe me already.
I'm struggling.
Dude, all right, so I go, different Chick-fil-A, bro.
Okay.
Not the same Chick-fil-A. So we're not going to blame the people. So I go to a different Chick-fil-A. I order, I think it's an 8-piece. I think you can get a 5-piece or an 8-piece grilled nugget or something like that. I just get the nuggets and I drink a bottle of water and I just try to keep rolling and not think about hunger. And so I'm just like, because I'm trying to eat healthier because I feel better. So I get these nuggets. I open them up, and I ordered an 8-piece, and it's like $7 for an 8-piece nugget.
Yeah, they value their chicken.
You gotta pay for it, and I'm telling you, dude, nuggets like this, right? I'm not gonna bitch about that, even though I'm bitching about it. I open up the thing, there's 5 in there.
Ooh.
And I paid $7, and I counted them like 6 times. I'm like, wait, is there any way I can make 7 out of this? And there was no physical way, and I'm just like, I'm like, I'm not.
Done it, here's, and I know this isn't a thing, but I'm being devil's advocate because I love.
Please
Chick-fil-A.
please be devil's advocate.
Do they do it based off of weight?
They might.
Maybe Chick-fil-A employees are so smart that they
Wow.
are able to pick this nugget up and say, "Oh, this is 1.2 ounces."
There was one big nugget in there.
Ooh.
It was a bigger nugget than the rest of the nuggets.
Are you starting to question whether you should have been mad?
No, I mean, I wasn't mad. I was a little upset, but I was like, I should have learned my lesson last time. I just don't want to. I don't want to mark Chick-fil-A off my list, dude.
I don't think. I think it would take. I would have to.
Lady would spit on it right in front of me, and I'd be like, "All right, I'll see you guys next week."
I would just ask her if she had a cold.
Yeah. I'm gonna eat
Have you
this.
been sick in 40? Okay, no. All right.
I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. The oh man,
It's so good. I just couldn't believe it, dude. $7 for 5 nuggets.
So my poor wife, and I'd imagine she's gonna watch this just to make sure I was behaving because that's what she does. Hi, honey.
I want to make sure this thing's charging.
I love you, and I promise you I'm being good. Y'all good? Okay. You'll have to edit that part out where I just coughed in the fucking mic.
Oh, that's the best part.
Yeah.
That's the best part. I sync
cough.
the mics up to the video. So like how it sounds in your headphones, it'll sound like that on the video.
Perfect.
That's like my favorite thing to do. I don't know why, I just like doing it.
But yeah, my wife, there's one specific crew at the Taco Bell in Cameron, North Carolina on Highway 87 that just, I don't know if they hate life. They just suck.
Oh no.
I'm talking like, dude. So we went in there. It was me, my wife, and my daughter. My son was at school. And as I'm sure we'll talk about it. I always carry everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
The only place I don't carry is when I go to work, because they frown on that. But I'm sitting in there, so I'm anytime I'm carrying. When I'm not carrying, I really don't. I'm not observant. I don't want to say I'm not observant. I'm always observant. That's ingrained into me. But I don't care. Like if you want to get into a fight over there, that's fine. Just make sure it stays over there.
Yeah.
But when I'm carrying, I'm always watching everybody.
Me too.
Because I feel like I can actually make a difference in when I don't carry, I feel naked.
Yeah.
I really do. Well, we're sitting in Taco Bell, and it takes like 30 minutes. And it was like 1:30 in the afternoon. There's no reason why it should take a long time. And we finally get our food, and it's awful. Oh. I mean, my burritos slacking. I like to get the $5 box.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thrifty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get the $5 box, and I get the $1 nachos.
Right.
And I like to eat my nachos, and this is the fat kid in me. I like to, whatever cheese is left in that nacho tray, I dip my burrito in it.
Absolutely. You're not American if you don't do that.
If you give me a spoon and a bucket of that nacho cheese sauce, you won't have to talk to me for a while.
Just give me a straw.
Yeah.
Give me
Can I get a ladle?
Yeah, give me a ladle. I'm going to lap this up out of a ladle.
But I do. I love nacho cheese sauce. That's my
Oh, it's so
kryptonite.
good. It's so good.
I mean, it was just terrible. Well, there was other couples that came in while we were there, and it was actually an older couple. And so it immediately I was like, oh, that's like my parents. I'm not going to act up. I'm not going to say anything because I get a little hyphy.
Yeah.
When you screw with me, you screw with my family, you screw with my food. Like, that's it. That's
the
three
ones.
things.
Yeah.
So the older lady actually says something to one of the people working, and they start lipping off at her. And I'm like, oh, no. You're not going to do that. Like, you suck. It's your fault.
Yeah. So she's complaining about her food.
She said, yeah. She said, it took forever. I specifically asked for no tomatoes, and you put tomatoes on it. And the girl working behind the counter said, just pick them off. And I looked at the lady behind the counter.
nah,
I said, if she throws that shit at you, I'm going to make sure it hits you. Like, that's where I was at. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to break this up unless you get aggressive, and then I'll defend this old lady that's out here, probably in her, late 50s.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, she's telling you the truth. Maybe you should take it to heart. You need Jesus.
Yes.
Something's wrong with you.
You need to go work at Chick-Fil-A for
You
a
need
week
to
and
go-
then
yes.
come back.
Yeah.
And bring
There
Jesus
needs to be
to
a
Taco Bell.
There needs to be a Chick-fil-A boot camp. I don't know who owns Chick-fil-A, but I'm going to copyright this shit right now so you don't take my advice. There needs to be a Chick-fil-A boot camp. Not for Chick-fil-A employees, but for all these other fast food restaurants.
Dude.
Where they send their people and they get, like, kicked in the nuts for 3 weeks over the temperature of French fries.
Dude, that is the best
And then
idea.
they go back and it's like, okay, they're not perfect people, but they see homie over here, eating French fries out of the damn basket, and he's like, you shouldn't do that.
I've been to Chick-fil-A boot camp. I will fuck you up.
Yeah, like, I'm telling you, you're wrong, and if you don't, I will report it
To Chick-fil-A headquarters.
There should be a Chick-fil-A boot camp.
Dude, that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Such a good idea.
I actually looked into opening a franchise, a Chick-fil-A franchise.
Really?
Yeah, I know a great location, but one thing they don't do is they don't take your recommendations. Like, if you say, I want to put one here, they're like, yeah, no, we're going to do the evaluation of the area and find out. But I know the place to put it. So they're putting in, it's a furniture store that's been there for years. Family-owned furniture. I think it's like 2 or 3 generations of family. They've decided, I think the YMCA came to them and said, why don't we buy your or rent your building from you? And they're putting in a YMCA, a full-scale
Really?
basketball court, swimming hole, the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
Well, there's a giant area in the parking lot in front of this, what will be YMCA. Bro, you put a Chick-fil-A in front of YMCA.
It's over.
Yeah, you're monopolizing. Now, there's in the same parking lot on that side of the street, there's a CVS. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
The other side, there's your typical what you see on. It's a Food Line, a Chinese restaurant, a pizza place, and like a nail salon and a gym.
Right.
I think that gym moved down the street probably a mile.
That's good for them because they're across from the YMCA.
Yeah, they were about to lose out anyway.
Yeah.
Then in front of that, you've got the McDonald's, KFC, and Taco Bell.
Ain't none of them hitting on Chick-fil-A. No.
I mean, you walk out of the Y with your 4 youngins. You want to go deal with dumb shit at Taco Bell, or you want to go get God's chicken and the Lord's French fries and call it a good day? Maybe you've had a shitty day at work. You go pick up your sniveling shitbag children from the Y, and you're like, I need something that'll turn my life around. You go get waffle fries.
Dude, what'd you just say? You just
I don't know.
What'd you just say? You were like, you go get Jesus' chicken and the Lord's fries.
God's chicken and the
God's
Lord's waffle
chicken
fries.
and the Lord's waffle fries. Dude, how is that not their slogan,
I don't
bro?
know, because it's probably a little sacrilegious.
God's chicken and the Lord's.
It's teetering on using the Lord's name in vain.
Dude, it is,
Maybe.
but I love it.
I meant it.
Dude, I
don't mean
love
it in a derogatory manner.
Dude, how is that not in the movie Talladega Nights? Just tell me, how is that not in that movie?
I don't think Chick-fil-A was on the. When
How
they
is Chick-fil-A not on their table? They had KFC, Taco Bell.
Pull it up.
She's like, I've been slaving over this meal for hours, and the whole table's like.
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of. Sorry, I was reading some crazy shit on my phone. I like to get like damn near like black hole internet on my phone.
Like on what?
Just reading random stuff.
Like what? What were you just reading?
I
need to know.
I don't even know how I got to it. Like, so I'll go to an article that interests me. It'd be about guns or maybe a serial killer.
Yeah,
like that. And then in that article, they've got links for other things.
Yep.
So I go to that, and then I go to that, and I just
they know what to put there, dude.
Right.
They got
Talladega Nights. I'm gonna try to find the picture
of the spread.
Yeah, Talladega. Here's Talladega Night quotes.
I bet you it's Bojangles, KFC.
I think Taco Bell was there.
Yes, Taco Bell.
Talladega Nights food scene. Can we just watch it?
Sure, dude.
It's not like a copyright thing, is it?
Nah, dude.
All right. I ain't going back. I'm just saying. You ain't gonna Martha Stewart my ass.
The good Lord's chicken.
It's God's chicken and the Lord's waffle fries.
God's chicken.
All right, hold on.
Dude, we need a T-shirt. Oh my God.
All right, let's. I'm gonna back it up because right now Will Ferrell's praying.
But they don't actually say what's on the table, do they?
No, but you see it.
Yeah, I need
They
you.
do the spread.
I need you to tell me what's on that table.
All right.
Okay, Domino's,
Here, we're gonna turn.
Taco Bell,
All right. So we have Domino's, Taco Bell,
Wonder Bread,
Powerade. That's the old ladle. Coca-Cola, Budweiser,
and then it's just the chicken.
and some chicken.
That's the KFC
It's
chicken.
got to be.
KFC and
It's because they mention it.
always delicious Taco Bell.
Oh, he does say it.
I just want to take time to say thank you for my
And
family.
this is
My two beautiful, handsome, striking sons, Walker
Texas
Texas
Ranger.
or TR. as we
He's
call
the
him.
best at doing
And,
prayers,
of course,
dude.
My red-hot smoking wife, Carly, who's a stone-cold father. Also want to thank you for my best friend and teammate, Cal Naughton Jr., who's got my back no matter what.
shake and bake. Yes, sir.
They pounded it during the
Dear Lord
prayer.
Jesus, we also thank you for my wife's father, Chip.
This is
We
great.
hope that you can use your baby Jesus powers to heal him and his horrible leg. And it smells terrible, and the dogs are always bothering with it. Dear tiny infant Jesus.
Hey, sweetie, Jesus did grow up. You don't always have to call him baby. It's a bit odd and off-putting to pray to a baby.
Well, look, I like the Christmas Jesus best, and I'm saying grace. When you say grace, you can say it to grown-up Jesus or
Teenage Jesus.
or bearded Jesus or whoever you want.
Teenage
You know what I want?
Jesus.
I want you to do this grace good so that God will let us win tomorrow.
Dear tiny Jesus. Golden fleece diapers with your tiny little fat balled-up fist pawing his...
A man, he had a beard.
Look, I like the baby version the best. Do
He
you hear
gets
me?
buck
I want
on
the
Chip,
rest, and I get
dude.
the money.
Ricky, finish the damn grace.
I like to picture Jesus in a tuxedo
Oh
t-shirt
God.
that says, like, I want to be formal, but I'm here to party, too. I like to party, so I like my Jesus to party.
So that's.
How can that movie be any better?
I read somewhere, and I can't speak.
There you go. Cool.
Yeah, I'm getting the hang.
Perfect,
of this
dude.
Slowly.
Perfect.
Every time I'll put my mouth on it.
You're doing better than
Yeah.
anybody's ever done a podcast for the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, dude, for sure. Just because it's hard to remember to keep that mic.
Yeah. And I really noticed it when you moved the mic away. I could really notice a difference in the volume. It's pretty incredible. Like, you can't pick this up at all.
It's good. Okay, so that thing right there sitting on the table will pick up anything. Okay. So if I used to do podcasts with that thing with the two mics.
Well, then you youngin get to yell,
echo,
or the old lady get to hollering at you because you didn't do the dishes. And
you
forgot
can't
to
hear.
switch the
She's
laundry.
yelling at me right now, and you can't even hear it. But this is good.
What, dear?
This is good for podcasts because it's only our voice.
Yeah,
so that's why.
this
that's
is
why I like when
legit.
you move it away. You can't really hear it.
Like, it sounded like you walked to the other side of the room.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
See you later. Yeah, they're perfect. They're only $180 for the headphones, mic, and stand.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, I found a good little deal. I got another one too, but it had a short.
Did
So.
you 2-day prime it?
What do you mean?
Was it Amazon?
Oh yeah. Hell
of
yeah.
course.
Well, I went through Musician's Friend, but on Amazon because we got Prime.
You
dude.
can't.
I fucking love Prime.
I don't understand.
That shit's American, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, shit's
So I read the other day. God dang it! What was it? Was it 45 million people drunk shop?
Like get drunk and shop on Amazon.
Get drunk and go shopping online. Yeah, and the majority of them's Amazon.
Oh, for sure. It's so easy. It's like click.
It's like the YouTube of shopping.
Yeah.
Shout out YouTube.
Shout out, we're sponsored by. No, I'm just kidding. They'll sue me for that shit.
Yeah,
they'll come after me. Dudes start coming through the ceiling and shit. YouTube soldiers.
Yeah, damn tires be flat on the truck.
Fucking Garl come through the ceiling like shit. Yeah, dude, that's I love Amazon, dude. It's so dope how you can just pretty much find anything. I'll probably get turkey decoys off there. Just saying.
Might as well. What I like to do, like I like to go into stores, Bass Pro, Cabela's, fuck dicks, you anti-2A assholes.
What are they? Oh, anti-Second Amendment.
Oh yeah,
because they won't let their.
Well,
somebody got shot, right, or something.
No, it was Sandy Hook. It was after Sandy Hook.
Oh.
Dick's Sporting Goods came out and said, "Oh, we're not going to sell black rifles or large capacity magazines."
You sell guns.
Yeah. Not anymore. So here's the thing. Dick's Sporting Goods, because they merged with Field & Stream, which it's a beautiful store.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they merger happened probably in the last 18 months or so.
Really?
I think so. I don't know.
Field & Stream is a cool-ass store.
Field & Stream is cool. Well, what they're doing is Dick's is going to go more of like, for anybody that's not from Sanford, they're not going to know what Hibbett Sports is.
Hibbets.
Which, that closed.
Did it?
Yeah, that closed down.
Damn. That's like a piece of my childhood.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love
it's like if they shut down like Dalrymple baseball field.
Or the Dairy Bar.
Or
Yarborough.
Yo, shout out Dairy Bar. The fried chicken liver platter.
Is it good?
Yeah, I fuck.
I really never even eaten chicken livers, dude. I've only used them to catfish. That's it.
I've done both.
Yeah.
With the same bucket.
What's chicken livers taste like? What could you compare that to? Because they're fried.
Yeah, they're deep fried.
Yeah, they're deep fried. How can you mess that up?
Right. I don't know what to compare them to.
Did it taste like chicken at all? Or?
Yeah, it tastes like deep fried chicken.
Really?
Guess, yeah.
Huh.
Like maybe a more richer.
Yeah,
chicken,
it's the organ. It's the innards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
it's a filter.
Yeah, it filters the blood, right?
Yep.
Liver filters the blood,
mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, that's like destroying Yarborough's, taking away Hibbett Sports.
Yeah.
Isn't it is it a big name sports place now, or?
It's nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it still in Riverburgh?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, dude.
Damn, they just fixed. Apparently, there was a lot of big pots. See, we used to all hang out at Riverburgh.
Yeah. Bad crowd there.
Yeah.
I mean, good crowd, but bad crowd.
Oh, yeah. They were great then.
Yeah, it was great.
Now that I've grown up, it's like, man, some of you guys were dirtbags.
What were we doing?
We were
hanging out in parking lots,
grew up in
drinking
Sanford.
beer and smoking weed and eating pills and just stupid shit.
I'm thankful that I never got so far that I couldn't get out of that.
Yeah. I almost was too far to come out. But I'm thankful for the law enforcement.
Yep.
They got me.
Shout out Tracy Carter.
Yeah, dude. They got me. They put me in my place. I had Sturkey on here.
I saw that. I watched that one.
I'll probably do one with him.
I don't think I've ever met him.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool dude. Just nice as damn. You wouldn't probably ever think he was a cop.
Yeah, well,
really.
See, I love Tracy Carter.
Yeah, well, I know Tracy a little bit because I was friends with his son Justin. Because I went to Christian school with Justin.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of knew. I knew.
Did you go to the one over there on US 1?
Yeah, Grace Christian.
Yeah, that's where my son goes now.
Yeah, that's where I went.
Man. We love it. We really do.
Cool, man. That's awesome.
It's been a really good school for him.
That's great, dude.
I'm not sponsoring them.
It was good for me, dude. Honestly, while I was there, it was good for me. And I somehow taught my parents and let me go to public school because I had so many friends in public school, and I'm just like, I want to go to public school. Like, I was thinking like I want to be normal at the time. I'm like, I feel like I'm not normal because I could only get so far. I feel like in my relationships with those people or something because we didn't go to the same school. So I ended up going to Wesley. You went to East, right?
No, I went to West.
You went to West, so you were a grade above me.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember you at West, but I do remember you at Lee Senior.
Yeah. Well, see, I didn't spend a lot of time at West. Outside of that school hours, because Daddy was at Lee Senior.
Yeah, so you probably went over there.
Like a lot of kids that were older than me, 4 or 5 years older than me, I hung out with a lot of them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm such a peach to fucking be around.
Yeah, dude, you're so peachy.
Yeah.
You're so peachy.
I'm a peach.
So, all right. So, high school for you, what was that like?
Okay, high school. I regret a lot of high school.
Yeah.
Because if I had put in the work that my dad asked me to, I would have probably gone somewhere and played college football.
Yeah.
I would have certainly. I didn't work, and I made decent grades, but I never put in the effort.
Yeah. I'm
just naturally smart. I'm a really good test taker. Yeah, I think I was telling you about the ASVAB thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I regret not putting in more effort. I am very thankful that I went to a school like Lee Senior, though.
Yeah.
Because my senior year was the first year they opened Southern.
Okay.
So they kept the senior class together. I want to say we were like the second largest graduating class in the state of North Carolina.
Dude, it's hundreds that graduate, right?
And all the people that made us sit in the fucking sun for 8 hours graduation day in dark blue gowns. Yeah, dude, it was awful. people passing out in the stands.
What?
Yeah.
It took
was
8 hours?
I don't know how long it was.
Dude, it had to
felt
take
like-
a long time.
I
That's
feel
hundreds
like
of
we
people.
started at like 11 o'clock in the morning in June in North Carolina on a football field.
Humid.
Humid,
No
hot.
shade.
I'm wearing dark blue. Yeah, it was one of the worst days of my life.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we graduated, it was hot, dude. We were in orange, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, orange,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we weren't blue. We were in
Well, see,
orange.
they had to do them on the football field though, because the classes were so big.
So big, yeah. Well, Lee Senior was huge
Yeah.
before they made 2 schools.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, between every class there was a fist fight.
Yeah.
Almost like guaranteed at
Well,
lunch.
in
Somebody's fist
retrospect,
fight.
especially joining the Army, I met a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds from all over the country, and one thing we all had in common was the ones that grew up in the diverse environment. I mean, I grew up in the west part of Sanford. I had the group that I hung out with, but because my daddy was a football coach, it opened me up to a lot of other people. And Lee Senior was kind of like what they call a melting pot of different.
Definitely a melting pot.
You had the rich kids, you had the really poor kids, and you had everybody in between.
Yep.
And a lot of them.
A lot.
But the Hispanics and the blacks would get into fights. And the whites and the blacks would get into fights. But most of the time, you didn't have Hispanics and whites getting into fights.
Nah, not unless it was like gang shit.
Yeah.
Gang related. That's the only
Yeah.
time I really saw it.
But it was
Zach
always,
Croson loved to fight Mexicans.
I fought Zach Croson.
Did
It
you?
wasn't much of a fight.
Well, he was a little scrappy dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's smaller than you, but he's
It was
scrappy.
the summer before my senior year. We were at a football workout, and he just kept getting mouthy with me. And I broke my thumb a couple weeks before that, and I played center, so I had to have my thumb.
Yeah.
And he threw the ball at me from real close. He was being a little dickhead.
Yeah.
And he threw the ball at me from pretty close. And I said, "Look, dude," I said, "if you do that shit again, I'm gonna fuck you up." And he come right at me.
Oh, he didn't give a fuck.
And I ended up, I put him in a full Nelson, and I tried to make his belly button and his nose touch.
Yeah.
That was my goal. And Coach McGill, I don't know if you
Yeah, I
remember
remember McGill. Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out Asim. He's like a principal
Is he?
somewhere out east. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's doing good things, man.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
my dad gives me updates from time to time.
McGill was a
about him.
good guy.
Yeah,
he
I like
seemed like
McGill
a
a
really
lot.
good guy.
Yeah. But he comes out of the locker room and he said, "All right, knock that shit off." And I was like, "Yeah, my bad, man." And I kind of let him go. But yeah, Croson was a firecracker.
He was scrappy.
He wasn't afraid of, because I mean, I was definitely bigger than
Yeah.
him.
He wasn't afraid of nothing.
No, I was probably 50 pounds heavier.
I think
than him.
he went to the military, didn't he?
I want to say he did.
I'm pretty sure he did. He seems like he's doing good. I think he's married or getting married. Got a real
Yeah.
pretty.
Do you edit this before you go?
No, I
live?
don't edit
No.
nothing.
No.
I mean, I will if there's something you don't want in
Yeah.
there, I'll take it out, or we can talk about it after.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I was friends with Zach growing up, and Carson and Dylan. Carson, Dylan, my cousins.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're my cousins.
Yeah, I always like them.
Yeah.
That's fucking Carson.
They're crazy too. Dylan's fucking retarded.
They're both damn firecrackers too.
Yeah. They used to jump me and beat me up and shit when we were little.
So were they from the Buckhorn area?
Buckhorn, yeah.
Old
Well, they lived
Buckhorn
in
boys.
Broadway for a long time, and then they moved to Buckhorn, built a house on Buckhorn.
My freshman year of high school, I was hanging out with Joey Hall and Jordan.
I remember Joey.
And we'd gone to Jordan Lake. Joey's parents had a place at Jordan Lake that they were renting for the week, and a bunch of the Buckhorn boys were there. One of them had just graduated high school, and that was the first night I ever partied. I was like 13 years old.
So they were kind of throwing a party for
it was like 8 of them had gotten a camper, or maybe it was, I'm not gonna say any names, but it was somebody's mom had gotten it for them.
Yeah.
And they were throwing down. That was the first night I ever really partied.
Damn, we were wild, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, them boys, dude.
Well, you know what killed me when I
if
was
there
in the
wasn't
Army?
a couple fights at the Buckhorn parties, it was not a party.
Uh-huh.
I mean, really, dude. They would go to parties just to fight people.
Yep.
And then the Harnett County boys would get involved, and they always hated the Buckhorn people, like Mike Hodges and all them.
Yep.
Hated, dude, they hated, like, Lil Howard. And like,
I heard Lil Howard's doing good now.
is he? Because he
Yeah.
was struggling for a while.
Yeah, he had his demons, but I've heard that he's doing good
Damn,
now.
that's good.
Yeah.
He's really a good person. Like,
oh yeah,
he-
most of the guys that we grew up with that have had to go through those battles, they are good people.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder
Yeah.
why that is at that.
Hey, I know it's your podcast, but I've got a question for you.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for
Is
sure.
addiction a disease or a choice?
All right, so I've been clean. I've been clean and sober like almost 8 years now, and I feel like this is crazy because I haven't heard anybody say it like this, but this is just how I feel in my soul. Is like when you're in it, I feel like you don't really have a choice, but when you stop, I feel like you kind of get your choice back. Where like, so if I choose to go smoke crack or take pills or whatever,
Yeah,
then
suppositories, right?
I'm put things in my butt. I'm choosing to do that. So at some point you get your choice back. Like I feel like when you're so deep in it,
you don't have a choice. You don't have control.
Yeah, you don't have control, and
Yeah.
I feel like at some point in my addiction, like I woke up, had to have it. It wasn't like a conscious choice I was making. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely.
And then once I stopped, there came a time, like after a few days, where it was like, or I don't know how long it was, but at some point I realized, all right, I don't have to go get fucked up every day.
Right.
So I don't know if that makes sense. And
Was
so
it?
I
Was
don't
it
know if
after? So you said 8 years of sobriety.
yeah, well, yep, coming up, next month.
Yeah, and
next
were
month.
you still living in Sanford?
Nah, I moved out. I got arrested. I had a bunch of like Xanaxes and shit like that, like pharmaceuticals. Sturkey actually arrested me and took me to jail. And my dad said the only way he'll get me out is if I go to treatment. So I went to treatment and then I moved down here. Even though I really didn't want to come down here because I was scared, I didn't know anybody. But I moved down here and I've been down here ever since.
And been clean ever since.
Been clean ever since. I just was,
Yeah.
honestly,
Hey,
bro,
I'm
I was
telling you,
scared to go back, honestly, because my life was so fucked up at that point when I
Right.
got arrested. I was just scared to go back to that. I got a little taste of how good life could be. And then I was just like, I'm
Yep.
good on that. I don't want to take any chances on going back. And that's what's probably kept me clean the
Yep.
longest.
So for me, I have a very addictive personality.
I knew when you said you obsess about shit
Yeah.
a minute ago when I was like,
Yeah.
you ever get in your head about stuff like real deep and psych yourself out? And you were like, you said, yeah, I obsess about stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
I will obsess about certain things. So for me, addiction is a choice. 100%
Yeah, okay.
I think is a choice. Or getting addicted to something is a choice.
like before you actually know you're addicted?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so making the choice to stick a needle in your arm, you can't say, "Oh, I'm addicted. I stuck a needle in my arm." I have an addictive personality. I never tried putting a needle in my arm for fear that I would like it.
So you think if you were to do that, you would probably be addicted?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of people that get to the point of sticking a needle in their arm that don't become addicted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because you got to be kind of,
It's a certain level of commitment.
dude. It is a certain level, and it's like being deep into something far enough to where your perspective and your way you see yourself and everybody else is so fucked up that you think that could be the answer. Is put a needle in your arm.
Well, your perception on life is so fucked up that you get to a point where that's the only way to level it out.
yeah,
Or what you perceive as being leveled out.
yeah. Do you think some people might when they get to that point? Do you think they feel like they don't have a choice, or do you think most people are like, okay, well, I'm gonna choose to put this needle in my arm?
I don't know if it's so much as they don't have a choice as they're just not satisfied.
Yeah,
And they want to feel that satisfaction.
yeah. That makes sense.
That was my
See, I never
that
used
was
needles.
my political way of not answering your question.
Well, I never. Yeah, you danced around it, but that's okay. I never used needles, which is like kind of unique. Like as far as people around here, a lot of them use needles, and a lot of people that go to meetings and shit like that, a lot of them like use needles. So it's kind of now a couple of my friends they never did that, but it's like I feel like once you get to that point, it's hard to come back from it.
Right.
Because they literally get addicted to the needle and not the drug inside the needle, which is mind-blowing when you think about it.
But it's very true. And I feel that. I feel that for myself. Like, I dip.
Yeah.
I've been dipping we've already actually mentioned his name, so I'm not going to say it again. But there was someone who was older than me that gave me my first ever pinch of tobacco.
Yeah.
And and I was 13 years old. And I've pretty much dipped nonstop since I was 13.
Really?
I tell people, it's been the most consistent thing in my life.
Dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dipping. I mean, there was probably a 2-year time period where I didn't really dip. I smoked. I'd smoke cigarettes. But that was like when I was in Iraq.
Right.
You're so damn dehydrated over there. It's easier to just smoke a cigarette real quick.
And be spitting out all your... Yeah.
So, but you'll never see me spit. I don't spit anymore.
You just swallow it?
Have you seen me spit yet?
Oh, you got a dip in your mouth?
I got a dip in right now.
Are you serious,
bro? If I ain't eating, I got a dip in.
Really?
Yep.
No shit.
And I've never had a cavity. I get great checkups at the dentist. Yep.
Dude, that is insane, bro.
I did switch from doing long cut. I've never been one to do fine cut because I hate how it gets all in
your
my
teeth. Yeah.
But I did switch from long cut to I do pouches. I wish somebody would talk shit to me about doing pouches because I'll fuck you up. Yeah, I'll swallow the damn pouch. You do that.
Yeah.
And I say that I get defensive about it because I used to make fun of people that did pouches.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I just make fun of
people
people
because you did long cut. That's why.
Now I make fun of the people that do snus.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a pussy. Here's some real nicotine.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so man, you swallow all that shit.
Yeah. The only thing I don't swallow the pouch.
Well, yeah, of course, but
no, why
would you do that?
When I was stationed in D.C., because I worked in a government building, you couldn't have tobacco products in the building. So I learned to put a pouch on my top left jaw.
Yeah.
And you could never see it. See, I was clean shaven then.
Now you can't. I mean, even
you
if
can't. Yeah, I got the dip right here.
Yeah. Oh, it's in there, folks.
Yeah.
It's in there.
She's live.
She's live in there.
But yeah, you can't see it now. But when I was, I had to be clean shaven.
Yeah.
I put it up here because I got some jowls.
Jowls. I love that word.
I do too. I try to use it at least once a day.
Dude, I'm so glad you said jowls on the podcast.
But yeah, I put it up there in the top left. But no, when I obviously when I got out of the Army, I didn't have to shave anymore. So I got out of I started my terminal leave June 1st, 2014. I went into the office. I did all my final out, all my paperwork that I had to get signed and stuff. I went home and threw every razor I owned away.
You're like, I'm growing this thing.
I used to have to shave twice a day, or I would get accused in the afternoon of not shaving that.
Really? Yeah. It grows that fast?
Yeah, your boy's got a face coat. Yeah.
Dude.
I trim it. I mean, I trim it probably once a month. My wife wants me to shave it down. Our anniversary is coming up in like a week. I thought about doing it for our anniversary.
Just a little.
No, I would go down pretty short.
It looks great, dude. I know one other person with a beard
I know exactly,
like that.
And he's been on this podcast several times, and I'm really glad he's not here.
It's very similar to yours.
I can't have somebody else with a more dominant beard.
Dude, that's so cool. You know, that's so cool. You know who I'm talking about.
I've never met him. I feel like I'd have fun hanging out with him. But yeah, that was one of the things. Like, you can't have him on the podcast.
I feel like you two guys, like your beards, literally probably connect you in some alternate dimension to one another. Does that make sense to you?
I'd kiss him, but then it'd get tangled, and then that'd be awkward. But
he would love to do a podcast with you.
He'll probably because he's pretty American too.
Yes, and I'm glad you know. That's cool that you know that, dude.
Man.
We do. I do a YouTube channel for him, and he does a lot of like short videos about Second Amendment and just things like that.
Yeah, his intro is pretty fucking kick ass.
I did it on the computer.
I feel like I need to drink Budweiser while I'm watching it. You
know? Dude, that's such an awesome compliment.
It's a good one, but he can't.
Damn, thanks, bro.
We need to be in like a confessional or something. I can't be in the same room as somebody with a
dude. We're doing it. It's over with. You've claimed it.
He's got a good beard, and so that's the thing. I give respect. Like when I'm at Walmart, because shout out Walmart for being my hometown store.
Wally World.
Yeah, I used to raise hell there. Now I go buy like diapers. But if I see somebody with a strong beard, beard game's on point. Strong. I will say, hey man, good beard, and I hope none of them ever think I'm trying to fuck them or anything.
No, dude, it's just an understood thing. Yeah,
it's like the Jeep wave. If you ever watch two people that drive Jeeps, when they pass each other, you're obligated to wave.
Or motorcycles, they throw their hand down like that.
They do the hand down like
they're
turning left.
Yeah, it's like a fucking. It's not a group, but it's almost like a lifestyle.
It is.
It is because honestly, dude, it takes for me. Like, I have a white trashy beard.
Yeah,
when I grow.
you have what my daddy calls a baseball beard.
Dude, it is. Dude, it's trashy.
You have 9 on each side.
dude, that's exactly what it is, dude. Dude, it's trashy, but honestly, it took more work to have a beard than it did to not have it. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I had to put, like, beard oil and, like, look at myself. Because I would go to sleep and I'd wake up and it would all be, like, on one side.
Yeah.
But yours probably just...
So you ought to see what mine looks like in the morning.
So you have to maintain it.
My hygiene, because a lot of people look at beards and they think, oh, you look gross. My hygiene has improved.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I wake up in the morning and I try to go out in public without brushing my beard, it's startling.
Yeah, dude. It's
more
work.
I shower once a day if I'm leaving the confines of my house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So that's exactly what I'm saying is, like, people look at a beard and they think, oh, he's lazy.
Yeah.
But it actually implies more work if you take care of yourself.
I have, and I'm going to give away, this is the biggest secret I have in the world. And I'm doing it on the Hunt for Greatness podcast with Alex himself.
I love secrets, dude.
I have a double chin. And
what?
Yeah, man. I got a nasty looking.
No way. He's lying, dude.
No, I got a strong double chin. And
it looks like a chiseled jowl with that beard.
Shit.
I'm just telling you the truth, bro.
Well, that's the intent.
Dude, it's working.
But like I love telling stories.
Yeah.
I love telling because I've experienced every story I tell is something I experienced.
Yeah.
And I have plenty of stories. Some of them are appropriate for podcasts and some are not.
Yeah, I got you, dude.
But I like to use my facial expressions, my tone of voice, stuff like that to tell the story. Well, when I do like this, like, whoa, like some shit happens, like double chin just pops out. So, yeah, beard game strong.
Dude, it looks like a chiseled jowl underneath there.
I mean, it's strong. It's a strong chin. I just got the neck muscle to go with it.
Oh, yeah, dude. You like, I feel like if you're, like, you could, dude, if you could be the strongest person in the world and have a weak neck, and you just look like a weak fuck.
Yeah. You look fake.
Dude, you look fake. I've been trying to work on my neck game, bro, because I finally got my bench up to 225.
Kim said too.
Kim was like, "Yo, you need to work on that little scrawny ass neck, son.
Weak, son."
Dude, my head looked like it was about to fall off, like on a swivel when I was getting fucked up before I moved down here, dude. I was like $130, and dude, it looked like.
What do you weigh now?
I weigh 175.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I finally got to the point where I can bench 225, and it's like. Because my chest has always been one of my weak points, like as far as like lifting weights, and I finally got to that point, and I feel great about it. I hadn't done steroids or any shit like that. Like I've worked my ass off to get to that point, and it's like I don't know.
So down
I feel
in
great.
This area, because I mean, obviously on the left coast, you know, it's all about your physical, your body type, your muscle beach, and all that shit. Do they have that down here?
What do you mean?
Like where people are enamored with their appearance, whether it's real or fake.
In Wilmington, you mean?
Yeah.
In Wilmington, it's probably the worst.
Yeah, really.
Like as far as that goes, like it's so.
Well, you do have the actor actress atmosphere too. Like it's not to the same level that you'd have out in L.A.
They call it Wilmingwood,
right?
Yeah, and I think that dude.
I've heard it referred to as East L.A.
Yeah, dude, and it's kind of sad because people are so caught up with their cell phones and social media and shit all the time. And that's a big reason why I made the podcast, because I felt like a lot of my conversations and things of that nature would always end up with somebody being like this.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, let's make something where we can, because I can hang out with you every day and still not know much about you. So like I wanted to make it, and this is fucking awesome because I hadn't seen you in 12 years, and like we can sit down and just figure out what, like, dude, we like a lot of the same shit. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know, it's just cool, man.
You like Chick-Fil-A?
Oh yeah, love it. Love it. Like they never mess my order up, dude. They're God's children.
It's God's chicken and the Lord's waffle fries.
God's chicken and the good Lord's waffle fries. Dude, that would be an amazing t-shirt for Chick-fil-A, even though it's like, to me it's not blasphemous at all. So I'm down with it.
It's not blasphemous because it's so true.
It's the truth. You know what a preacher is, right? The speaker of the truth. So come on.
Okay.
Let me get some of them. Let me get God's chicken up in here, baby, and the good Lord's waffle fries.
So you go to Chick-fil-A, you get what?
Usually, dude, I
what you
love
go
the
to?
nuggets, bro. The
Really?
nuggets are so good.
Okay.
But I do love their chicken sandwich.
Yeah, well, you have to.
I love their.
It's a giant
dude. I
nugget
love
in
everything they
bread.
got. I love everything. Yeah, it is a giant nugget with bread, dude. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I try to steer away from the bread, dude, but
Yeah.
I love bread.
I tried
bread.
to do the keto low carb thing for a while.
It's
And
tough.
it's very tough.
Tough.
My kryptonite when it comes to food is cheese, which is fine for keto.
Yeah, I love cheese.
And then it's tortillas.
Ooh, I love a good tortilla.
Bro,
I love a good quesadilla.
Yeah, I've never had a bad
Quesadilla.
one. Even the
Dude, I've
shitty
never had
ones
a
at
bad
Taco
one
Bell.
either, dude.
Even the ones at Taco Bell.
Dude, the cookout chicken quesadillas are banging.
Especially when you're fucked up at
Ooh.
2 a.m.
Dude, the cookout's the best when you're fucked up.
I hated that there was a cookout on the other side of town for me. 'Cause I was in the
you're,
west side of
and you're
Sanford.
so drunk you can't get there.
Well, I'd figure out a way.
Yeah, now you can just get people to bring it to you, dude, on the internet.
There's all those different apps. And
Yeah.
stuff. The
That probably made drunk driving just plummet whenever that came out. Yeah.
Now they're writing speeding tickets.
Yeah.
I thought about I had a drunk thought one night, and I don't get drunk. I love getting a good buzz, and just relaxing. But I had a drunk thought one night, like I'm gonna go work like that fast food, whatever. I can't remember what it's like Uber food or something.
Yeah, Uber
There's
Foods.
a couple
Uber
different
Eats.
ones.
Uber
Uber
Eats.
Eats. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I had an idea, like I'm gonna go do this one night, but I'm not gonna deliver anybody's food.
Just gonna eat it all.
Just gonna eat.
Dude, I wonder if anybody's ever done that.
I don't know. I mean, we could try it. Like
that's hilarious.
Like I feel
we need to film the whole thing and make a short documentary.
Well, we
on
can
it.
make a podcast out of it,
dude. I think that needs to be a documentary.
But I feel like we need to have like your old lady drive us so we can like have fun with it.
Yeah, we'll like taste test people's food and then not bring it to them.
Deliver them some fucking open ranch packets and shit.
Have you?
Or maybe we'll go to Chick-Fil-A.
We get 0 stars, bro.
Anybody that orders Chick-Fil-A, we just bring them a bag of sauce.
We'd bring them a bag of air.
Yeah.
The good Lord's oxygen.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get a smell.
Yeah.
Here's a smell.
Yeah, this is what it smelled like. Here, you want to know what it smelled like after I ate it?
Dude, that's funny. Just sign up for Uber Eats and just eat all the food.
I swear.
That's hilarious.
On my kids, who I love more than anything in the world, I've had that thought.
Dude, that's
for
hilarious.
one night.
You gotta film it.
I want to be an Uber Eats driver.
You gotta film it.
You gotta film it.
I will film it. Dude, that's $1 million idea.
We will go.
Dude, you're chock full of $1 million ideas,
I just
dude.
never execute anything. I swear to God, and my wife tells me I'm an idiot.
Dude,
and
you're
she's
a genius.
Probably right. I appreciate it. I should
You're
marry you.
fucking genius, dude.
I come up with these random thoughts, and I don't censor myself.
Yeah, I love that.
I like telling people the truth.
Yeah.
But I'll randomly tell my wife some shit like, if we sprinkle creatine on the bird seed, will my birds get stronger?
They'll get jacked.
And she knows this, but I don't think she believes it. So my little girl loves watching birds. And I put a bird feeder outside of the kitchen window, probably about 10, 15 feet from the window. The other night we had a flock of birds. I'll show you a damn picture. And people that are going to listen to this are...
We'll describe it. You're shit out of luck. You can't see it.
Yeah, it's classified. And it's actually not classified. It's just a really shitty picture. So that's looking out my...
Oh, shit, dude.
window.
There's like 50... Is that birds?
Those are birds, bro. And like I said, it's a shit. I actually gave it to my son and said, "Here, go take a picture." Yeah. So
I see them. They're everywhere.
There were about 50 birds around the bird feeder, and there were like 3 or 4 birds on the bird feeder just throwing shit down. Meanwhile, across my yard, there's like another 40 or 50 birds.
What kind of birds are those?
I was talking to my dad. That was racist. I was talking to my dad about it, and he said they're probably starlings.
Are they black colored birds?
They were black, but their wings did have almost like a... Like, have you ever seen how chameleon paint changes color?
Yeah.
It had that.
Yeah.
To it. I want to say they call it maybe mother of pearl.
Yeah.
It had that sheen on the wings, but overall, if you just saw one, you'd say, "Oh, that's a black bird."
Yeah,
like, it doesn't look special at all.
Right. They're all over your yard, dude.
Yeah, they've only happened a couple of times, but it was after the wife started buying the cheap bird seed. Like, We were spending like $8 for like a 10-pound bag, and she found a 20-pound bag for $5. I'm
We'll
thinking
take
this shit's
it.
like half pebbles.
Yeah.
You know?
They loved
They
it.
loved it.
What?
She has to fill up the bird feeder every day because they empty it.
And you want to put creatine on it.
I was like,
Make them jacked.
what can I do? Because those birds don't offer me anything. I've got like half a dozen doves that come to visit,
Yeah.
and I'll smoke them fools.
Yeah.
Like there's meat on them bodies.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. It's good,
But
too.
these other black ones, damn, if I could get them all like increase their meat ratio, meat to bone ratio by like 10%, it'd be like grilling chicken wings.
I'm guessing you told your wife this idea, and that's why she thinks you're an idiot.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay. Every other idea you've said has been phenomenal. That one's a little lower on the
right?
scale.
But see,
But I
that's-
got mad respect for it because it's, in a way,
Maybe it worked.
it's logical.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, man. I have random thoughts.
Fattening up the what kind of birds you say they
I
were?
think they're starlings.
Fattening up the starlings. When's starling season, bro?
Right. I'm telling you, I could throw a damn cast net and get 50 of them.
Dude.
Oh.
Please
Yeah, my-
videotape that
my
too. You
daughter-
might go to jail, but you're
Yeah.
probably going to get famous.
I'll videotape it, and the Hunt for Greatness podcast is going to bail me out.
Dude, we'll start a GoFundMe for
Yeah,
you right
there you
now,
go.
dude. For what you're gonna do to get locked up. What if somebody did a GoFundMe for what they're gonna do to get locked up?
I'm going to beat up the bouncer at the club because he didn't let me in. I'm going to go ahead and need like $20.
Yeah, I'm gonna need $200 for all the people's food I'm gonna eat at Uber Eats because I'm gonna work there for one day.
So we could probably make that happen. I would be worried about going to jail though.
Would you go to jail for that?
Someone's gonna. Would you report if you ordered some food and it never showed?
Absolutely,
Okay.
dude. If it doesn't show up in the time they say they're gonna show up, I'm gonna be questioning
Yep.
what's going on with my food. Absolutely.
Just for one night.
Do you think we'd make it through a whole night before like the Uber police came and got us,
The
dude?
Uber police.
What do you think they
I
send the
imagine,
real
like,
cops?
I imagine Paul Blart in a Prius.
That's
the-
probably
the
who's going to
Uber
pull
police.
up, dude. And it says Uber on the top,
Yeah.
like he just puts his
And
little
he's got
Uber.
one of those little yellow lights. that goes around.
Yeah. Dude, what would they do? They probably make you sign something at starting off that's like, if you take anyone's food,
You
like,
think.
you will be prosecuted or
But
something
I
like
still-
that.
I still think. And, you know, so, like, James Corden, night TV show host. I don't really watch any talk show anymore because it's all gotten so damn left-wing political.
Yeah, a lot of it.
But James Corbin does a thing. He does a skit, and it's all fucking staged. It's not real.
Yeah.
Where he goes with this pizza delivery dude, or this guy that owns a pizza restaurant. They go as the delivery guys, and they show up with 2 boxes of pizza. First off, I don't know any family of 4 that orders 1 box of pizza. So you're not gonna convince me watching your show that, oh, this family ordered 1 box of pizza. You show up with a second box and you give them the option. One of them is the box that is the pie that you ordered. The other one could have anything from like wet socks to like cash.
What?
Yeah, it was a skit that
Really?
they did. Now I don't believe it to be real, but I think it would be cool. And what if you did that with like Uber Eats?
If you
Like-
showed up with
like-
a bag and you had
Let's take out say $100 cash.
Yeah.
I think everybody could say $100 cash. I'd like to have
In
$100.
ones, though, so it fills the whole bag
Yeah.
up.
And
That'd be
you
cool.
walk up with your Chick-Fil-A bag full of fucking sauce and $1 bills, and you say, "Hey, one of these has your food in it. The other one has something. We're not going to tell you what.
Could be poop.
It could be poo.
Could be $100.
Could be cash money.
You're going to have to take that chance.
Yeah, I think, and majority of them did.
They did take the
Yeah.
chance.
Now, if you walk up and you show me 2 pizza boxes, I'm probably just going to say, "Give me the pizza I ordered," and that'd be it. But you walk up with a bag.
Why? Because the box, you're thinking you're not going to fit much in there.
I feel like there's going to be something else. Like one of them, it was like 2 maracas were in the box, and then a mariachi band walked in.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, okay.
But-
that would be kind of cool. I wouldn't be that mad.
Yeah, but
Like,
I'd
give me
still
a slice of the pizza at
I'd
least.
still be hungry, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got like give me a bite. But
They had to just still give
I
it
think
to
it
him.
would just be better if you just like picked up an order for fucking LaShonda. She wanted some Bojangles.
LaShonda and Garl are just ordering their food ready to go. Yeah, that would be cool, dude. If you had like a bag and it had like, that would be a good idea for like a show or something. I like that.
Here's a question. I've been thinking about this since you first invited me on.
Yeah.
Which we've been trying to coordinate this for a while now.
I've been excited about it.
Have you done any mobile podcasts? Like road trip?
Yeah, so not really out of Wilmington, though. So I really would like to go to Asheville and do something because there's some cool-ass people up there. But I went down to... I did the one with Sturkey at my mom's house. Okay. I went down to...
Is mom still back in town?
Yep, Sanford. Okay. Yep, right at Quail Ridge.
All right.
Yep.
I drive by there all the time.
Yep. And so I did that one. And then I did one down at... there's a coffee house called Morning Glory Coffee House. And it's like they've turned it into like this venue, and they play like people's documentaries, and they play like bands and shit. So I did one down there with 2 different bands, and that was dope because one of them like just got their album like mastered, produced, and that was cool. So I've done that, but now I'm so spoiled on these mics, dude. I would probably like, cause I can just take that thing right there.
So ride with me for this, and this will be an intro to the next thing we can talk about if you want to. Cause I got to take a leak. Make sure you air that.
That's on there.
Yeah,
it's in there.
Perm. Like cause you go flounder gigging, right?
Yep.
How cool would it be to
try
tomorrow? To do it? Fuck you.
I am. I'm going tomorrow.
I'm going out of town tomorrow. I won't be back.
I think me and Jordan, my buddy from New York, never been any kind of thing like that. I'm taking him out there.
Just take some Busch Light with you so you get the full experience.
Dude, I'm gonna scout it aggressively.
Yeah.
So when you come down and you want to go, we'll go.
It'd be cool to get out there and we could do a podcast while you're out doing that.
It would be dope. It would be tough.
I think it would be tough. I do like your setup, by the way. I saw your setup out there when I was walking.
Oh, the boat? Yeah, light bars.
Man. I like that.
Yeah, I got them off Amazon.
You look like an 18-year-old in Sanford with the ass end of his truck lowered.
Yeah, dude, those light bars work so good.
The Carolina fag sag.
dude, you won't believe how those fucking things.
I'm sure they light that
shine
shit up.
Dude, it looks like Yankee Stadium floating out there.
Hell
dude.
yeah.
Dude, it's awesome.
Like a party barge.
Dude, I put them on door hinges. So
that's beautiful.
I rigged them up on door hinges and then nailed them to my duck blind because I got 2x4s on it to put a blind in. But I can just flip them right over the side. I hook them up to car batteries.
Oh,
no generator, bro. Yeah. So it's quiet.
Quiet as shit. Just polling along.
I pole, and now I got a trolling motor, so I can sit at the back of the boat and troll. I'll probably pole tomorrow, but if I got 2 people up front looking, I'll just sit in the back with a trolling motor.
What if I brought my crossbow?
Dude, we would have to have a string attached.
Why don't you Google it? Well, yeah, we'd have to have a string.
Yeah.
But if you think about it too, the crossbow, maybe it acts as the
pins it down.
Right.
It might, dude. It might go straight through the fish and just pin it in.
But I mean, you could attach a fishing line to it. But a crossbow would be fucking fun.
Dude, if you fucking hit one of those things with a crossbow, dude, there's been times where there's a big one and I'm so nervous to stick it.
Yeah.
And I would rather shoot it.
Yeah.
Like with 9mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, go take a leak.
I'm a 45 guy myself.
I got a dude. If you shot one of them flounder with a 45, it'd blow a hole in it the size of that can right there, wouldn't it?
Bang bang
on the outside.
Shout out Bang Pina Colada.
I do. I got a paid sponsor, so I'll do the advertisement while you're in the bathroom. That's actually perfect. It might be a while.
I got a bladder like
that's actually
blue
perfect.
Whale, so.
I can. Yeah, we can work with that. I'm gonna check all my stuff. I'm checking everything. Make sure we're still recording. Thank you guys for listening so far. We are fucking psychopaths. So if you stuck with us this far, you're a trooper. You're a soldier. We appreciate you. Yeah, we're still in there, boys. We just want to take a second to thank our sponsors, or our paid sponsor. We'll have more soon. Been talking to more people about it. But our sponsor is Walmack Electrical Contractors. If you need to get in touch with them for any of your electrical needs, call 910-231-7679 to get in touch with the owner and operator, Wesley Walmack. They can take care of any of your electrical needs in your house. He just sent me a video, or like it was a Snapchat of this digital fireplace that was like 15 feet long, and it went into the side of this bar. And it was the coolest thing, dude. Like, it was flush into the side of the bar, and it was like, basically, it looks like flames running down the side of the bar, and it emits heat, I'm pretty sure, and everything. Dude, so dope. They do heated floor tiles. Anything you need done, he can pretty much do it. Licensed contractor. Everything's legit. We don't fuck around. We do not fuck around. So thank you to Womack Electrical Contractors for sponsoring this podcast and allowing us to operate on a higher level than what we previously did. But yeah, dude, this is, my man went to take a piss. This is an awesome podcast and conversation, and I just want to thank everybody for listening and checking us out. Everybody on YouTube, thank you for checking us out. We really appreciate it. And me and Jordan are actually going flounder gigging tomorrow. You seen Jordan on the podcast. He's from New York, so he's never actually, what he said to me, he was like, hey, I really want to fucking kill something and eat it after I kill it. And I'm like, well, I can help you do that, bud. I'll take you out on that boat out there, and we'll go fishing with spears, and we'll cook the flounder after we spear it. And so I'm taking him out there tomorrow. That should be interesting. Hope he doesn't spear me and gig my foot. That's what I'm hoping for, the best, hoping nobody gets hurt. But yeah, thanks to Womack Electrical Contractors.
Shout out Wes.
Wes, do you know Wes?
Bro, we went to school together.
Yeah, dude, he started his own business.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. We can move this back towards you. But yeah, man.
Whatever.
So yeah, he's like, what do I got to do to pay to be a sponsor on the podcast? And I was like,
Did you tell him ZJs?
I told yeah, dude, give me HJs whenever I want them.
Hell yeah.
And that's how you get sponsored.
Well, yeah, you got a youngin' now, so that shit don't happen anymore.
Nah, dude. Yeah, it's few and far between. Unless she's trying to get another one, and then it's just whenever.
You need to give her another one, man.
I'm gonna.
So my wife and I, at no advice of myself, is 90% of what we do is my wife's thinking, which usually works out well for everyone.
Right.
She usually makes smart decisions. Probably the worst decision she ever made was marrying me. But I love her, and she knows that. I can't get sentimental on this fucking podcast.
Worst decision she ever made was marrying me. Said.
Doesn't that sound like a damn country song?
Dude, that would be a good country song.
Shout out Luke Combs. He'd probably save my marriage.
Luke
times
Combs.
10. I wouldn't be saying what I'm doing now if you'd give me some tickets. So what's up?
Hey, send my man some tickets, Luke. You ain't that big of a celebrity, dog.
Yeah, come on, Boone.
We'll get in touch with Taylor. We'll get in touch with Taylor and get him.
Yeah.
I talked to Josh Phillips. Now he said he was.
Hey, Josh is doing some things.
Dude, he's playing the Azalea Festival.
Is he?
Yeah, and I was like,
that boy's got some music out.
Yeah,
he's got some toe tapping. Reminds me of sitting out at the Iron Furnace type music.
Well, he got Sanford in his blood.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we relate so much. But there's people all around that relate to him and his music.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was kind of hinting at earlier with talking about meeting so many different people from so many backgrounds. It is amazing how many other places there are like Sanford.
Dude, it is.
What there isn't though is there doesn't seem. I mean, they call it the sand trap,
right?
And you will get stuck if you don't get out.
So true.
You're a great example of that. I'm a great example of that. There's very few people that get in, don't leave, but are able to get out.
Yeah.
We were talking about one of them earlier. And it's just a very unique place. Sanford, on the sign, "Welcome to Sanford," it used to say geographically centered.
Yeah, I remember. And now it says right near my parents, it says well centered.
Yeah, well centered.
Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, geographically, it is the center point of the state.
Smack dab.
But you've got Charlotte, it's 2 hours west. Greensboro's an hour north. Fayetteville's damn 28 minutes now.
Yeah. 28.
We're 3 hours from the beach, 3 hours, not even 3 hours to the beach, 3 hours to the mountains. Any beach. You're 2 hours to Virginia, 2 hours to South Carolina. Not even.
Yeah.
And you're right there on 95. Like, Sanford is a small town with big city problems. And
It really
and that's
is,
why,
dude.
I've got such respect for Tracy Carter and all his boys.
Oh yeah.
Because they've got their hands full. And, I mean, you've seen it firsthand. I've seen it firsthand. Like, you want to smoke weed? That's fine. Nobody's going to fuck with you about smoking weed. Because ain't never a pothead broke into somebody's house.
Yeah.
A pothead ain't ever stole from his sister or his mama.
To get more weed.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just wish so bad that they would legalize it, because I think it would cut down on everything else.
Well, they could focus more on real shit.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's another thing.
I've had cops let me go with weed before, though.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had them
Okay.
just be like, "All right, yeah, you got a gram."
Were you under the influence at the time?
Probably.
But did they know it?
Nah,
Do you
because
think they
I was
suspected?
real cool when I was smoking
Right.
weed. Like, you probably would have never even known, because I
Right.
smoked all the time, so
Yeah.
it was like normal.
And to be honest, if you're sitting here, stuffing Phillies or something, you're probably going to get high enough to where you can't function like you would hope to.
Right, right.
Um,
I like how you put that.
But I've never met anybody who smokes a joint and can't be an adult.
Yeah.
But you go smoke you a rock.
Another world.
Yeah,
Let me smoke a rock and try to put one full sentence together.
Go smoke. Here's your test. Smoke a rock, shoot some shit up. Little PCP, whatever crazy drug you want to
Yeah.
fucking do. Whatever just floats your fiddle. And then go change a tire.
Good luck.
Yeah. Because the first thing you're going to do is you're going to try to lift that bitch up and loosen them lug nuts. Number one rule is you don't loosen the lug nuts unless it's sitting on the ground.
Yeah. Loosen them first, asshole.
Yeah. But a pothead is going to be like, I'm going to loosen these as far as I can, and then I'll lift it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that,
Dude, people who are doing cocaine and shit, have you noticed, like,
yeah. Oh, by the way, all the people that listen to your podcast that do all those hard drugs are going to stop listening. So I'm sorry.
Oh, hell yeah.
We just lost some viewers.
That's fine, dude. I think they're going to listen harder. But so, have you noticed when people do cocaine or smoke crack, they'll start a sentence and then end it with a different sentence?
See, I noticed that you said something about making a complete sentence.
Yeah.
I didn't want to address that because I do that shit now, and I don't smoke crack.
It just gets worse if you smoke crack.
I think my brain works faster than my mouth will.
That's how all geniuses are, dude.
I'm not a genius.
Dude, you're a fucking genius, dude.
The problem is, here's where shit gets fuckery for me. My brain works faster than my mouth will.
Yeah.
But I don't think before I speak.
I just think that's why you're a perfect podcaster, dude.
We'll see.
You
We'll
are,
see.
dude. You are.
It's
been great so far, for
Yeah,
sure,
I mean,
dude. I've had a good time talking to you.
Yeah, it's been a fun event so far.
When we gonna go flounder gigging? You ever been?
We'll talk offline. No,
Really?
no, and I want to.
Have you? Probably.
And I scout, like, I go to places. I went over where the new bridge in Surf City.
just went over it today.
I drove over it
that
yesterday.
looks
for the trip.
fishy,
Yes, sir.
dude. It looks
here's
super
here's
fishy.
the crazy thing though is they've got, if you're coming from mainland onto the island, you look to the left and there's all those the decking, the deck board, and all that stuff over there. I walked over there yesterday, and I don't know if it's because we had a real strong northern wind, so the water's pushing out a little bit. Water was only like a foot deep.
That's all it needs to be.
Um,
Big fish lay up in that shit.
out to I don't know how far. There is a sign. It's funny. I was on the phone with my wife when I saw it because I'll go fish. Like, I wish I could be home, but if I can't be home, I'm not going to sit where I stay here. I'm not going to sit there because I'll drive myself nuts. I'll
Right.
get cabin fever in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So I go fishing, but I've got a Bluetooth headset that I use, and so it's like I'm at home without being able to see them.
Right.
And I mean, my wife stays on the phone with me for hours, and
She's a good
unless
woman.
like her mom calls, her mom is her best friend.
Yeah.
So that's okay, cool. And her mom lives 13 hours away. Like, I don't need to live close to my parents. I have a luxury of being close to,
Right.
of geographically being close to my parents. I've been all over the world. Like, I know my mama and daddy love me. I don't need to be close to them as long as I can talk to them when I need to.
Right. Yeah, I feel the exact same
my dad
way.
called me during the podcast a little bit ago, but y'all ain't paying enough in monthly dues to
hear
get,
the legend.
Yeah, to get Bob Jr. on here. we call him Dr. Bob because he got certified as like an athletic trainer.
Really?
On top of being an athletic director and a football coach and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. So we call him
That's
Dr.
awesome.
Bob all the time.
Dr. Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay extra for that.
Yeah, that's not.
That ain't free.
No, that ain't free. But
dude, that area looks super fishy that you're talking about.
If you can, so what I was saying was, there's a sign that says, please do not walk on the marsh or walk on the grass or whatever. It's right beside. So you've got like the dock that's going out this way, and then there's a sign right here, and it's all marshy right there. There's a sign that says, please do not walk on the grass. And there's a damn foot trail right beside that.
Oh, yeah.
All the way out to the water.
I've never seen a sign like that.
You need to, if you get a chance, ride by there and check it out. And just walk on the dock and you'll see what I'm talking about with it being shallow. It wasn't high tide. It was probably middle. It was probably middle of the tide.
Mm-hmm.
But in the reading that I've done, the research, the YouTube videos I've watched, I watched a really good gigging video the other day. It looks fishy.
Oh, it definitely looks. I saw it today, and I'm like, dude, I'd love to get back in there.
And the thing is that it's not a cove because there's a boat ramp that you go around the corner there, and there's a boat ramp.
Yeah.
That whole little area right there, probably the closer you get to the boat ramp, the deeper it's going to get.
Probably.
But in general, out there, I mean, damn, you could spend 4 or 5 hours that night walking that one small area because it's all kind of a flat. It's not really, there's not really a sandbar. It's all kind of a flat right through there.
I've stepped in some shit gigging, and it's sunk to my waist.
Ugh.
So you got to be careful about like silk.
Right.
Some of that mud's silk, and you'll just. That's why I always go with somebody. Like I've been by myself before and stabbed 5 of them, which was awesome. You know, I told people, I was like, hey, we're having a fish fry at my house. Well, had no fish. So I was like, okay, got to go out there and get some.
Got to go to Walmart.
Dude, I went out there and I went by myself because I had nobody to go with, like right about 5 minutes from here. I walked out there, dude, stabbed 5 fish, dude. It was very awesome. Nice. Yeah, I stabbed 1 fish and there was another one right beside it. Stabbed it too. I had 2 on the gig at one time. It was amazing. Had enough fish to feed 10 people.
So I have a question. How hard is it to identify the size of one? Because they got to be what, 15?
Yeah, I don't fuck with
15?
it. Yeah, I don't fuck with it unless I know.
Guarantee.
Yeah, unless I know, dude. Just because I've been so many times.
Well, as a sportsman, because I've never been one that was all about spotlighting deer.
Right.
Shooting turkeys over bait, which is illegal.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I've never had any bait.
Same with like duck hunting.
Yeah, ducks. I've got a ticket for that.
Oh,
but I didn't put the bait out.
Oh no!
I was somewhere on public land and somebody had put bait out. He don't believe me, but this is the truth. This is the honest truth.
So what'd you use?
What do you mean?
What were you putting out?
Nothing. I didn't put the bait out. I didn't do it.
But yeah, so I think it's 2 weeks. I think the bait has to be cleared from
10 days for ducks.
10 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Learn that the hard way.
I've never been that type of person.
Yeah.
I would much rather like deer hunting. I love sitting in a deer stand because one, you become part of nature. So little short story that probably won't be that short. When I came back from Iraq, I really struggled. I struggled reconnecting with society. I got to the point, I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas, and I got to the point where I was drinking a half gallon of 100 proof Captain Morgan a night. And I would drink till I'd fall asleep, and then I'd wake up, take a shower, and then I'd need a drink or two to level out. And then within like 3 or 4 hours, I was drinking again. And I was drinking a handle of 100 proof every night.
Damn.
Or close to it. You know, I might be short on the bottle a little bit, but I would finish it for breakfast. I came home on leave, and I had trouble because I wasn't drinking like that around mom and daddy. I respected my parents too much. And, I mean, not like they had a problem with me drinking, but I wasn't getting crazy with it.
Right.
Well, I couldn't sleep because the only way I'd been able to sleep for the last 2 months was to get drunk. And I went and sat in my deer stand and slept for like 13 hours straight.
Holy shit.
Yeah, sitting in my deer stand. And, you know, I'm a Christian beyond being, I am a Christian. I'm committed to God. I joined the Army because I realized it's a Islam, and this may cost you with your Islam followers. Fuck
Don't
'em.
give a fuck.
The Islam wants a war, a religious war. As a Christian, I'm willing to give it to them.
They've kind of always been that way
Yeah.
since the beginning
Yeah,
of.
well, it's written in the Quran.
Yeah.
They talk about that. So I'm not fighting them because I'm a Christian, but at the same time, if they had the opportunity to get their hands on me, they'd probably rape me, cut my throat, drag me through a village, and videotape all of it.
Absolutely.
So I've never had any issues with joining the military and going to war and all that stuff. And quite frankly, it's crazy. It saved my life.
Yeah.
It really did. But and just in general,
Like the structure and the camaraderie and
getting me out of my own shadow.
yeah.
And it really changed my outlook on life as far as putting things into perspective. Because I'm sitting in some shithole in the middle of Iraq, and I know that within 1,000 meters of where I'm currently sitting, there's somebody that wants to kill me. Like, that's a real thought. And once it clicks, it's like, oh shit. Like, death is right over there. Like, the rest of my life is currently existing between where I'm sitting and where he's sitting.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy to think about.
And it put things into perspective for me. There's very few things in this world that I actually worry about.
Yeah.
I believe that God has favor in me. He will protect me. And I don't stress like. And when I say that, it's not that I believe that God won't give me cancer, because I mean cancer's run through my family, so it's a matter of time. Damn, I've been dipping for 15 years, more than 15 years. So I'm gonna have cancer. I'm prepared for that. I got a cancer policy. Hell, I get cancer, my kids get paid. What's up? Like,
what's up, cancer? You bitch.
Yeah, you ain't taking, and I ain't gonna go out without a fight either.
Yeah.
But I can't control that. And there's so much negative vibes. And it's funny, when I was driving down here to come do the podcast, like I had a really good positive vibe. Well, then you said, "Hey, I need a few more minutes or whatever." I said, "Okay, cool." And I went, and I could show you on the map where I went. It was it's a marina that is that way. I think that way.
That way's the river. That way's the ocean.
It was that way.
Okay.
It looked like there might be a restaurant or something right there.
Yeah.
But it's part of the river walk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I went down, and there's a big boat dock. I looked for signs that say no fishing. I didn't see any.
Yeah.
I think that's where I could probably do pretty well at night catching redfish.
Probably.
I marked it on my GPS. I will be back.
Yeah.
Plus the sunset's right there.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's great.
That's what I was looking at yesterday when I was talking to you on the phone.
Okay. Well, I sit out there, or I sit in my deer stand, and I can have real conversations with God. And it's not like I say something and you're responding to me. It's not like that, but it's just the feeling that I get. And it basically, if I'm trying to choose between, let's say, red pill, blue pill, nobody tells me, hey, red pill, but something pushes me to red pill. Sitting in my deer stand, I've had like what I feel like are real conversations with God. But I go to church and I don't feel that. I feel like it's materialistic, like it's almost forced to sing hymns and stuff. And I've been in churches where I didn't feel that way.
Right.
Like felt I could feel the Holy Spirit.
Right.
But I really connect with God when I'm in the environment.
You think that's because, like, you can feel how small you really are? Or is it because, like, there's a certain energy that you feel in touch with?
I think it's energy.
Yeah. Because I kind of feel that same connection, like, spiritually with
Now, my favorite thing about sitting in the woods when I'm deer hunting is because I use a climate stand, so I'm sitting 15, 20, 25 feet up in there on the side of a pine tree, and you become part of the tree. You become part of nature, and nature, the world in your immediate presence is going on as if you don't exist. But it's not like the hustle and bustle of a major city or the negativity that you see on television.
It's really the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like the opposite of that hustle and bustle.
But it's given me the opportunity to reflect that, like, majority of animals, the life of an animal is nothing but survival.
Eating,
They
sleeping.
They eat, and they're trying to not be eaten.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they want to
And they'll-
procreate.
Yeah, they want to get it in.
Get it in.
They,
Little squirrels.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a really simple.
It is simple, but it's direct. It's very direct. And I enjoy that atmosphere. Sitting on a boat, it's a good time for me to reflect, but I don't get that same connection as I do when I don't feel like I become part of the ocean.
Yeah.
I fear the ocean. I have so much respect for the ocean. I've gone out and shout out Captain Will Bridges of
Will Bridges.
yeah, Jamaica Me Crazy Charters.
Oh,
Yeah, I've gone out
man.
with him, and that dude
Will Bridges from Sanford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
He's a good guy.
he will fish as hard, like, because he takes clients out all the time. He will fish as hard as they want to fish.
He's a good guy.
And yeah, he is. He's a very
He
good
is,
guy.
man.
He lives in he used to live in
He
Hampstead.
goes flounder gigging and does
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
He's
I'm supposed to meet up with him in the morning to go scout some turkey land.
really.
Yeah, over
Tell
there.
him I said
I
hello.
will. I definitely will.
I need him on the podcast because he spearfishes.
Yeah,
That would be
and he's
cool.
Good at it.
He is. That would be cool to talk
Yeah,
about.
that would be really cool. You
Yeah.
should do an underwater podcast.
Dude.
I don't know how. It would
Somebody should pay you millions of dollars a year to follow him around with ideas because you should have your own podcast.
Yeah,
Dude, your
I don't-
ideas
I don't
are
want
great.
to. I don't
Your
want
ideas
to.
are so good.
The
At least write them down.
I have often
Don't lose
thought
them into
that-
the- don't
well,
just-
that's my problem is I don't write stuff
You
down.
should.
And it's no shit. They evaporate as quick as they arrive.
What if you could do a podcast with your thoughts and you didn't even have to open your mouth?
Probably nobody'd want to fucking hear it.
If like, dude, it would be
or I would be in
nuts.
jail.
dude, it would be crazy.
My wife would hate me.
What if we sat down and something came out of the wall and went, psh, and we didn't need microphones or nothing, and it just connected us into the? That would be weird, right?
I don't want that.
Dude, that would be so
I don't
weird.
want that.
Oh, you know what's crazy? What you were just talking about? How you never felt like you've been a part of the ocean.
Uh-huh.
I've had I don't know how long the experience was, but I've had an experience where I felt like I was part of the ocean, and I'll never forget it. I was at Riceville Beach, like walked way far down the beach away from everybody, and I just went out in the ocean and was laying on my back, like floating on my back, and it was like the ocean was so refreshing, and like, you know how when you're laying on your back in the water and like your stomach will be above the water, kind of.
I'm well aware.
Yeah, your
I'm
tummy,
well aware.
your tummy will be above the water.
My belly.
Your belly, and like it'll get a little water on it, and then the wind. I don't know, dude, but I had I don't know if it was 30 seconds or a minute, but I was floating on my back, and I had my eyes open, looking at the sky, and it was only blue. There was no clouds, and it's hard to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. Because I literally felt like I was part of the ocean.
I felt that, actually, it's funny you say that. I felt that last night, but it wasn't the ocean, it was the atmosphere.
Really?
Yeah.
Like looking up?
So where I'm staying, I've got a really beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. And what do you got there?
It's just nicotine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it flavored?
It's kind of strong. You ever had salt nicotine?
Nah.
That's really strong. So
Will you edit this out?
I'm not editing it out, dude.
Oh, I'm not going to do it unless you edit it
Dude,
out.
I'm not editing it out, but I want you to do it.
Yeah, I need you to edit it
I
out.
need you to do it and not edit it out.
You're right now, you are peer pressuring me.
Just hit it softly,
I'm
bro.
not having sex with
Look
you
like
for
this,
drugs.
dude. Just hit it like this. Look, you gotta hit this.
I don't inhale. I'm not Obama.
Dude, it won't.
Wait,
hurt you.
Obama didn't inhale.
Don't
That's
hit it
what I
like
mean.
I've been hitting it. That's all I'm saying. Just give it a little puff like a cigar. Yeah. See, you're fine, dude.
Yeah.
Puff it
It's-
again.
No, I'm good. I wanted to taste it. That's my thing. Like, I
No,
don't
I'm
have any
good.
desire to smoke. I'm good.
Yeah. I said puff it again.
Gay.
Dude, that shit, if you hit that too hard, you'll get
You get
lightheaded. Yeah. Especially in the morning. Like if I just wake up and I hit it, I'm just like, wow, did I do that?
I like that flavor. That's all I want. I want to see what it
I
flavored.
think it's cereal
so-
milk.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like Lucky Charms milk.
Sweet Jesus, that is a wonderful flavor.
Yeah, dude. I love cereal milk flavors.
I can taste it in my nostrils.
You ever eat
That makes sense.
hell yeah.
Taste
Have
it
you
in
ever
my-
eaten what is it called? Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Is
Booty.
it Cinnamon
What?
Toast Crunch? Yeah.
Yes, I've had Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You know the milk when you get
it's a
done?
taste you can see. I guess we're not getting their sponsorship.
Dude, you can taste it with the naked ear. Dude, you can taste it with the naked ear,
the
bro.
naked ear.
Dude, I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, dude. I can't have it in my house because I eat it every single night before I go to
The
bed.
naked ear sounds like an intelligent whispering eye.
Dude, the naked ear, it sounds like a corporation.
That would actually not be a bad name for a podcast.
I was just thinking that, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't think it was smart. But now that you said it, I think it's smart.
Yeah.
The Naked Ear.
Naked
Dude, that's such a good name for a podcast. Because audio. The Naked Ear, dude.
Yep.
That is phenomenal, bro. You need a notebook. I hope I got a notebook I can give you before you leave here.
You don't need to give me one,
That's-
but I'm going to start
that's my
texting you.
notebook.
Yeah, you write shit down, and then just give me like 20% royalty.
Dude, I got you. If anything you say,
Or if I need like some electrical work done, I'll
Free.
have to hook up.
yeah, for free, dude.
Okay.
I'll give my man old HJ, and he'll head on
Yeah.
down to your place.
Give him an HJ. I'll be there in 20.
Hell yeah, dude. So you were looking up at the stars.
So yeah, I was standing on my deck, and it's actually the you got two of those zero gravity chairs.
Oh,
on the
cool.
deck, which I'm 300 and about 12 pounds.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing the limit on a lot of Walmart purchased objects, unless they specify XL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you! I wish I was an XL. But no, I'm standing out on there, and I'm like, my head is cocked straight to the fucking sky. And again, shout out Dr. Bob. I know a lot of like different stars, where the planets are. I know where like Orion's is. And stuff.
Yeah.
I know enough to be dangerous when talking astronomy. But
I
I love admiring the sky.
Isn't it crazy?
Looking at the sky, especially the way it was last night, because it was the first night we'd had decent weather in a few days. It puts things into perspective, and I like to think of myself as a star. And there's so much in the world that's going on. I hope somebody looks at me and sees the good in me that I see in the sky.
Oh, you know what's crazy? Scientifically, it's proven that we're made out of stardust. Like the human body's made out of.
See, I like to think I'm a descendant of Gold Dust, the former WWF wrestler.
Dude, gold dust. Remember Mankind?
Mankind.
Bro, Kane, Undertaker,
Kane,
Stone Cold,
Undertaker,
The Rock,
Chris Benoit, R.I.P.
Chris Benoit, Owen Hart, the Dudley brothers.
How about the Hardy Boys? Shout
Shout
out Cameron, North Carolina.
North Carolina, baby.
Let's see, Lita.
Yeah, that
You
was
know
their
Lita,
girl.
Lita lived over in like Fairway Woods.
Yeah, she used to work out at the Nautilus.
I bet you used to work out real hard.
Dude, Lita was jacked.
Yeah, Lita was a specimen.
Yeah, she was jacked,
Yeah.
dude. That wrestling ain't the same.
No, it's not.
We watch a lot of
Wrestling-
UFC over here now.
I get down with some UFC. Of course, being in the line of work I had, I knew a lot of guys that were in UFC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And they
um,
that's what they did. They make a little extra cash.
Yeah, but they do like backyard shit.
Yeah, like
And
MMA.
And so they could do a backyard brawl, and they'd have like 4 fights scheduled. It'd be at somebody's house, and everybody that showed up would throw in like $5. So like $5 admission, and the homeowner would get like 20% of everything. Pretty much like door cost 20%. They'd sell beer, sell singles. And the guys would make more money than if they went with some local federation.
Really?
Yeah. Couple
If they
grand
just
in a
did it
night for one
themselves.
fight.
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
I'm good on getting my shit beat out of me.
Well, so I actually had this talk with somebody at work the other day. They're like, "Man, you're a big dude. Like, I'm sure you used to get in a lot of fights." And I said, I really didn't get in that many fights. And now I'm of the age where I'm not interested in fighting.
No.
I will shoot you.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
I
I
would-
never really was interested in fighting.
I am.
You probably knew that, though.
I'm too old to fight, and I'm too young to die.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
right.
shoot you.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I mean, damn, I go to the store and I've got my kids with me, or I got my wife with me. First off, rule number 1, I ain't get my ass whooped in front of my wife. She ain't
Or
never-
you kids.
Well, my kids, I go to another level when
Yeah.
I'm with them.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at me wrong, I'm going to be prepared to react. I won't. I don't. So that's my rule. I don't initiate. I don't start shit. I end
Yeah.
it.
Legally, you can't if you got a
Right.
firearm.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the law.
So
I got my concealed carry.
I
so-
try to live by, I don't start it, I end it.
Yeah.
But like that day at Taco Bell where our food was fucked up, I was waiting for that chick behind the counter to hop the counter. Because, I mean, I'm not going to shoot her, but I might have thrown her into the
Probably
damn
would
nacho
have body
bin.
slammed her.
Probably.
Yeah.
She was getting real rude to that old white lady.
That's anytime people are mean to old people.
Well, and their manager was old too. She was an older lady. And I'm thinking, damn, that could be your grandma.
And she was just letting it happen.
And she told her to shut the fuck up. She told her manager to shut the fuck up. I called corporate and I talked to him. I said, this shit is uncalled for. Like, even if I didn't like eating here, like, I'm embarrassed for you, whether you
I wonder
are
how
or
many
not.
calls a day they get at corporate.
So they probably, just for that store, I know that they got 4 while that crew was on shift.
Damn, you all got to go, man.
Yeah.
Y'all got to go to McDonald's.
So what's crazy is for like a month, things were phenomenal. And I joked with my wife that they got sent off to like fast food boot camp.
Yeah.
We didn't label it Chick-Fil-A until tonight.
Oh, yes,
The
dude.
Chick-fil-A boot camp. But
Chick-fil-A boot camp.
I just like to drop nuggets in there.
Dude, I like it.
But I guess because I was down here working, and the wife called me one day, and I asked her. I don't know if I asked her what she got. No, she told me because she'll go get the kids McDonald's. My son loves McDonald's, and if she goes to get them McDonald's, she's getting herself Taco Bell.
Right.
It's like peas in the pot.
It's a given.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, I said I said something about how was your Taco Bell, and she said that the same manager was working that day, and she didn't see any of the same people, but that somebody that was working was being mouthy with the manager.
I feel bad for that manager.
I feel bad for her, but at the same time, damn, she's letting it happen.
Oh, you got to let
She's the
them
manager.
go.
Slap somebody.
With your mouth. With your words.
The thing is, get physical. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
the
then
thing
she don't have a
this
job.
day and age, people don't get their ass whooped anymore.
That's the problem with 99% of the people running their
Well, you know,
fucking mouths.
I grew up. I got my butt tore up.
Yeah, me
and
too.
to be honest, I probably deserved more than what I ended up getting.
Me too.
But I never got my ass whooped when I didn't deserve it. And I'm talking about from my mom and daddy.
Yeah. I got beat with a belt most of the time.
When you see these memes on Facebook, people talking about you grew up right when you had to go out and pick your own Switch. I had a tree that I had to go get.
I never got a Switch. I got
Boy,
the belt.
let
I got
me
the
tell
belt.
you can hit me with a belt all you want to. Don't hit me with a Switch.
I never got hit with a Switch.
That touches your soul.
Yeah, I can imagine because my mom said, and my dad had to go pick their own Switches out.
It would be like, this is a terrible analogy. At 100 yards, imagine getting shot with birdshot, or imagine getting shot with a damn 30-06.
Not good.
No, like that. I would much rather you
I'll
hit
take
me
the
with a
bird
belt.
shot.
Yeah,
I'll take the bird shot.
that's a horrible analogy, but you're getting what I'm saying.
I think it's fantastic.
Well,
Would you rather get hit with birdshot or 30-06?
in the toe, like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my wife doesn't believe in spanking. She was a really good kid growing up. I probably ruined my wife.
Well, your wife probably never had to get spanked.
Right, she didn't earn one.
Yeah, you earned a few.
yeah,
You earned your stripes.
I earned more than I probably
You earned
got.
your whelps too.
Yeah. I earned my dude. I'm telling you, I would be a little shithead at school, and because my parents were in the school system, like they found out,
Oh yeah.
and I would be a shithead at school, and I'd go home, and I know that my daddy's gonna come home and want to talk, and when I say talk, I mean spank me.
Oh yeah. It's over.
3 or 4 pairs of underwear. Yeah,
Layer up.
Maybe 2 pairs of blue jeans.
Layer up,
like
dude.
an onion.
I remember hiding when my daddy came home.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
I'd hide underneath the bed and
Because
just.
the last thing I want to do is make him work harder than he needed to.
Oh yeah, it made it worse
Yep.
every time,
Yep.
and I still kept doing it like
or
an idiot.
putting your hands behind your back. Trying
I've
to
done
cover
that
your belt.
before, dude. and
How
got
how
hit
bad
with
does
the-
it hurt on the knuckle?
Dude, it hurts worse. You
Yeah.
might as well just
It
bend
makes
over
it
and
worse.
take it, dude.
But yeah, my wife doesn't believe in spankings. And we try not to yell, because yelling is not a good form of communication. Now I've learned yelling is a really good way of getting your point across if the other person is not yelling.
Right.
That's why, like, when me and my wife have a disagreement about something, I try not to yell at her. She tries not to yell at me, because if she's yelling, I'm yelling, then nobody's making any progress anywhere. You're not going to do anything productive in that moment.
Listening is the biggest way to get
And that's
somewhere.
something as a man, I think we struggle with.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
do. But yeah, my wife doesn't think the kids need to be spanked. There's been some times, honey, you ain't innocent. You popped that butt a couple of times. But I finally decided that I would do it her way. We do wall sits.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Where you got to sit on the wall like sitting on an invisible chair.
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible. Your legs start shaking.
Yeah.
Our teachers used to make us do that, honestly, dude.
So wall sits, I haven't done sprints. I've done the plank. And this is just for my oldest one. But yeah, wall sits, he really responds well to those.
They used to make us do those at Grace Christian, dude, at school.
It works.
That's crazy. Yeah, oh yeah, dude. It's terrible.
Imagine
Imagine
when you were 18 or 19 years old if somebody made you do a wall sit for doing dumb shit.
Man, we're probably gonna have to fist fight if you want me to do a wall sit. You're gonna have to beat me.
Yeah, you're gonna force me.
You're gonna have to
into
beat me
submission.
up.
Yeah.
Force me into submit. Okay, since we're talking about this, is perfect. So we'll wrap it up after this. So I want to talk about what me and you were talking about on the phone the other day. About you made a good point about how we kind of grew up in the last digital age.
So yeah,
almost.
I was doing some reading one day, and I came across a thing that said that our generation, really, the group that was born 85, they said 85 to 95, but I would go more of like 85 to 90.
Right.
I would drill it down even more than that. We're the last group to know what life was like, to remember it without technology, and then to see what all the technology is going. Because technically, we fall into the millennial category.
Yeah, technically.
But bro, I ain't got that mindset.
Me either, dude. And I'm not even really friends with
I have
anybody that has that mindset.
No, I can't be.
I can't either.
I have the mindset of the guys that are 5 or 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
The early 80s crowd, the ones that were born in the early 80s, that's who I tend to gravitate towards.
Right.
But yeah, we're the only generation to know what it was like to not have cell phones
and to still grow up with them almost,
and then
kinda.
to have them.
Yeah.
We're dependent. I'm dependent on my cell phone.
Yeah, me too.
But like my phone today, my wife called me a couple of times. My phone just didn't vibrate. Where I'm staying, I don't have a good signal.
Yeah.
But I never. And the reason it took me 3 hours to talk to her, or to call her back, because I didn't know that I'd gotten those calls, is because I was content without checking my phone.
It's so nice to go without it for a while, dude.
It is, and it is a godsend as far. Well, I shouldn't say that. It is extremely convenient to have the world at your fingertips on the damn smartphone.
Absolutely,
it really is. But I like the fact that our generation is able to appreciate life outside of technology. Like, you know what a good sunset looks like.
Yeah.
You don't have to be told based off the number of likes on social media.
Dude, it's so sad.
Yep.
When I see that type of, like, I was watching this thing on Netflix, and it was some shit about Instagram. And it was like these kids, and they were probably 18, anywhere from 15 to 21. And they were talking about Instagram, and it made me so sad, dude, because it was like how they would post things and how many likes and things they got dictated how they felt about themselves. Like, about themselves and their entire life, dude. It was sad.
Well, we've become a much more materialistic world. I'm sure we at our age have still allowed it to influence us.
Yeah, it definitely has.
I mean, you got a nice looking truck out there.
Thank you.
I got a nice looking truck out there, you know. But at the same time, we can appreciate the little things.
Yep.
And
I'm grateful for that.
I think a lot of folks that are running around nowadays in the younger 20s into teens crowd, they're just worried about the latest, like, cool dance, the latest smartphone, you know, who's wearing what shoes. Yeah, and I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't understand how Kanye makes so much money off his damn clothing line.
Dude.
Like, hey, pay me to look like a bum.
Dude, I spilled a bunch of paint on my shirt the other day, and I was telling people it was Yeezy.
Yeah.
I was like, this is that new Yeezy, bro.
Yeah.
I had dirt or something on. I had something, or barbecue sauce. I'm like, dude, this is
or
Yeezy.
Gucci coming out with this. Have you seen the Gucci sneakers? That
They're
look worn?
$400. Then they're brownish in color from dirt.
And you know what they look like? They remind me of the old white Reeboks after they get worn out.
They remind me of bowling shoes.
Okay.
At the bowling alley.
Like
dude, I wouldn't pick those up.
Dusty-ass Kendall Lanes.
Kendall Lane
Yeah.
bowling shoes that smell like cigarettes,
Yeah,
dude.
It smell like unfiltered Pall Mall.
Yeah. Dude, I wouldn't pick those Gucci shoes up if I saw them on the side of the road.
I
would not pick those up.
If they washed up while I was fishing,
I'd leave them there.
I would probably pick them up and throw them in the trash.
Dude, I'd toss them back out into the water. Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, let me find out that they're worth some damn money.
Dude, they're $400.
Or like, who was it that did that? Was it Payless or somebody pretended to open a new high-end shoe store in a mall? Well, all they did was they went to like Rack Room and brought all the shoes in Rack Room over to this new high-end place, and they were selling them for like 400% or some crazy number. I make up a lot of numbers.
No, I know what video you're talking about.
And they were like, yeah, these are $900 shoes, and then people would buy them, and they're like, actually, they cost $24.99.
Dude,
You know?
it's the presentation.
Yeah.
The mentality.
Yep.
They're like, let me fall into the same groove everybody else is in.
I want to be cool.
Yeah, I want to be cool. My shoes are going to make me cool. Not who I am, but the shoes and the clothes I have on. That's the fucking problem, dude, is like value lies within you.
I wish I'd worn my camo pants. I know I'm throwing this out, but your pants match my shirt.
Look, mine are faded. Yours is pretty fresh looking, though.
This hoodie has been all over the world.
I like that hoodie.
My mother-in-law bought me this hoodie before I went to Afghanistan.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm super fond of this hoodie.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier. I'm like, I like that
But
hoodie.
just for the record, I have my NC State polo on underneath.
They're playing.
Go State.
They're playing right. Who are they playing? You know?
Somebody that they should beat. Let's check the score. I know
check the
we're live
score.
on the podcast. Lipscomb. It's called Lipscomb. It sounds like a venereal disease. But yeah, I love my Wolfpack. They break my heart more than anything in the world.
Well, you're a true fan. That's you stick with them.
Let's go to scores. Shout out to ESPN for being liberal but still having sports, which is the only reason I watch. NCAA.
Wolfpack.
Oh, shit. 49-42 Wolfpack with 18 minutes left in the second half.
Sweet.
So hopefully we'll pull out the win. They're in the NIT.
Yeah.
If they win, they go to the semifinals, which the semifinals and finals of the NIT are played at Madison Square Garden.
Oh, that's
so that'd be a cool experience for the guys.
Hell yeah.
They should have made the NCAA tournament. They got snubbed. They've got a fair. It's the head coach. It's his second year. He came out of UNC Wilmington.
Coach Keats. Good coach.
Awesome,
yeah,
dude.
Really good coach.
I've got really high expectations for him.
Yeah, me too.
Their biggest deficit this year is they don't have shooters.
Yeah.
And in the game of basketball, you got to have shooters.
Got to score
they
to
got
win.
A bunch of athletes, but they'll get open shots. The shooters that they do have are streaky. Either they're on or they're not.
Right.
If they could get to where their shooters are on 60% of the time, they'd probably win 3 or 4 more ball games.
Having that coach and a good recruiter is such big. It's such a key.
Yeah.
Your dad probably knows a lot. He's a State fan.
Yeah.
He
My
probably
dad,
knows a lot
my
about
uncles, my grandpa, he was a big State fan. Yeah, it's in my blood. And so it's funny, my wife's from upstate New York. She's about an hour, I want to say an hour, she'll probably kill me if I'm wrong, outside of Syracuse.
Okay.
But she's not a college fan.
Right.
And she says we're all batshit crazy. And I've tried to explain to her, like,
this is North Carolina.
Duke, Carolina, NC State. Like, I'm an NC State fan. I'm obligated to hate everything blue.
Right.
Duke hates light blue. Most Duke fans don't really mind State.
Yeah.
And it's vice versa.
If State was more of a threat to them, they would mind State, though. That's the thing.
But there's a shared respect because NC State's old coach, Jim Valvano, the Jimmy V.
Yeah.
Surviving
Jimmy V.
Advance.
He's great.
When he was battling his cancer, Coach Krzyzewski, the head coach at Duke, was like right there at his bedside.
That 30 for 30 about makes me cry every time I watch it.
It's tough.
Dude,
It's tough.
when he gets up at the ESPYs, I'm just like, whoa.
I
can't turn the channel when it's on,
I've probably watched that speech, and this isn't exaggerated, probably 300, 400 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't not watch the 30 for 30 when it's on.
Even if you're not a fan. Like,
it's
that
so
one will get to
inspiring.
you.
It's so inspiring.
Yeah, State's got a stronger basketball history from a success level. But I would say, and I'm primarily speaking on my observation, we're more passionate about football.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you've never had the chance to go to an NC State home football game,
it's awesome.
You need to.
It's awesome. I've been to 5 or 6 of them.
Have you? Yeah. It's a life-changing event. I took my buddy Billy. Shout out Billy, who's overseas doing what Proud Americans do.
Phillip Rivers play quarterback.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, and then Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson was there, I think, for a year.
So Russell was there for 3 years.
Was he?
He redshirted 1 year.
Okay.
And then he was there for 2 more years, and he had a chance to be there for a final year, but the head coach told him choose football or baseball. He said, I'm not willing to make that choice. Or no, sorry. He wouldn't make the choice on whether he wanted to go football or baseball. So the head coach said, okay, I'm going to start Mike Glennon, who's also in the NFL.
Right.
#QBU. Russell got pissed off that because he had been starting for 2 years.
Right.
I've been a starter for 2 years. You're not going to have some dude, take my spot just because I'm trying to better myself by playing other sports.
Right.
So Russell left. He went to Wisconsin. He played in the Rose Bowl. I got nothing but love for Russell.
Yeah.
He down-talked NC State a little bit, but anybody that's a true fan can read between the lines and see that was directed at the coach.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, man, hey, Carter Finley Stadium.
Oh, that's awesome.
My favorite's Thursday nights. Thursday nights are special. We used to play Florida State a lot on Thursday nights, back when Florida State was Florida State.
Right. That was always a good game.
We've had Clemson on some Thursday nights, and those are always good. This past year, we had Wake Forest on a Thursday night, and I took my buddy Billy. Billy is he's from northern Florida, but he grew up a huge Hurricanes fan.
Really?
He's as much a Canes fan as I am a State fan.
Yeah.
And I walked him through where all like the fraternities and sororities do their tailgating, and he's like, "This shit is incredible." Like we tailgate like SEC schools do.
Yeah.
Nobody else in the state
it's
of
a
North
big
Carolina
deal.
does anything like it.
It's a big deal.
Carolina with your pussy ass wine and cheese crowd. Fuck them. But he was impressed. But yeah, State ended up. State pissed it away. State was ranked like 14th in the country, 15th in the country. They were up there. I don't remember what they were. And lost to damn Wake Forest.
Oh.
But that's what longtime NC State fans will call NC State shit. Because we'll have you got to win this game and you win the conference, or you just beat Duke last week in basketball. This week you're gonna lose to ECU.
Yeah,
we call it NC State shit.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I was talking to my wife one day. I said, they have broken my heart more than anything in this world. They have. She's like, I don't know why. Then quit being a fan. I said, I can't. I cannot stop being a fan.
You're a true fan.
Yeah. And like, you should be honored that I'm giving up watching the State game to sit here.
I am, dude.
You should be.
I am. You're going to catch the end of it.
Because my wife's going to find out that I didn't watch the State game, that I did this, and she's going to wonder why all these times why I had to tell her I can't do X.
I'm watching NC State.
The game zone. Like, I can't go change our daughter's diaper. It's not commercial break. And I have DVR. So that's another thing. Like, I can't. Like, I've got it recording at home, but I probably won't watch it. Now, I will rewatch some football games, but for me, I got to watch shit live.
Yeah, you got to, dude.
Yeah, I've already missed a good chunk of this game. I may, when I get back to my place, I may turn my phone off as far as getting notifications and stuff, and then watch it as if it's live.
Do you feel like you have to watch it on TV, or can you watch it on your phone?
it doesn't have the same aspect of watching it on my phone.
Yeah.
But if I have to, I'll listen to it on the radio.
I love listening to shit.
Yeah.
Their announcers on the radio are so good too.
So for me, listening to it on the radio, the biggest thing for me is because I've been in all the venues that they play in, I can picture what's going on.
It's almost better. It's almost
what
better.
What will fuck you up is if you go to one of the venues while listening to it on the radio.
I was wondering about
because that especially with basketball is a lot more up tempo than football. It's a lot more back and forth. The announcers get it wrong, and you never know it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's like they'll say the announcer would say, "Oh," or the color commentator would say, number 12 with the steal, the drive, and the layup. Really, it was number 14, and he made a jump shot.
Really?
Yeah, they will football it,
God,
but you'll
dude.
never know it.
Nah, because you're just listening.
Yeah.
But you know it if you're at the place.
Yeah, and the big thing is, as long as whatever they're saying like kind of meshes up with the crowd noise, because that's one thing about state games is state fans are passionate. You you don't have to watch the game to know whether state's doing well or not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you know. Well, look, thanks for doing the podcast.
Hey, bro. Anytime,
I fucking really enjoyed that.
It's
I
been a
knew
good
I
time.
would though.
Yeah.
I knew I would.
I thought we'd have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll have to jump back in.
Let's
on this
do it again. Me, you, and Tim.
Yeah, he's got to sit on the other side of the camera.
I'll have him over there. I'll have another mic.
All right.
That would be a fun one. You guys would enjoy each other, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably so.
Thanks for doing the
Yeah, man.
podcast. Thank you guys for listening.
Yes, sir.
Hunt for Greatness podcast. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thanks for listening to the audio. And thanks to Walmack Electrical Contractors for sponsoring us. And I appreciate you doing it.
10-4 over.
My man. Nice. There's a little switch right here. See it?